Okay, we are live, I think. And wow, that music actually is really quiet on here. Let me fix that. Crank that up a little bit. I thought something was wrong about that. Decent. We don't want to be blasting anybody in the eardrums. That's my job, after all. So, okay, my microphone's being picked up. I can hear myself. I'm pretty sure you can hear me. Okay. We are good to go. Hey, everybody, this is Kagato, and I am the final boss, and welcome to something very interesting. This is going to be a Q&A session because I want to talk to you guys about quite a few things. And, a lot of it has to do with some things that I have been thinking about for a long time, and I also want to get some Q&A from you guys, and it doesn't have to do anything about really anything other than just answering questions. It could be anything from a game I'm interested in to where I got something to how my day was. So, I've never done anything like this before, but I'm just going to do it the only way I know how, and that is to just kind of get into the information that I want to share first, and then I'll start looking at the chat and answer any questions that I can see. Of course, anybody that super chats a question, they will get first dibs, of course, but I will try to answer as many questions as I can. So basically the idea is to go into the normal time, 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, or until pretty much all the questions dry up, whichever comes first. And if everybody is just bored listening to me talk or just seeing me on camera, I might throw up, I don't know, Mario Party or something. So, first order of business. Shin Megami Tensei 5 is coming out, I think, at midnight tonight. Either that or sometime tomorrow. I think Nintendo's release dates are a little bit weird, whereas some releases are like at midnight. Sometimes it's like 9 p.m. for certain releases, and then there's like late in the day of the day of. So Shin Megami Tensei 5, I believe, is one game that everybody is wanting me to play. Now, I will go more into this next subject a little bit later, but when I stream, I pretty much have Saturday nights as the main event night. That is basically the night that most people come and are available to watch a stream. So, Shin Megami Tensei 5 is going to be my Saturday night stream going forward until I beat it. I don't know how long the game's going to be, but it is a Shin Megami Tensei game, which means that it is not like Persona. Anybody who's thinking that Shin Megami Tensei 5 is going to be like Persona with social links and the like are going to be a little disappointed. It's very much more of a serious type of story, serious type of game, and at least as far as my previous experiences with the Shin Megami Tensei series can be a little grindy. Now, of course, this is based entirely on team composition, but it can be a little grindy. But still, a lot of people are really interested in it, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to play it. And I'm really excited about it anyway. So we will be doing Shin Megami Tensei 5 on Saturdays, beginning this Saturday on both YouTube and Twitch. In fact, I'll go into Twitch right now. As many of you have probably noticed in the chat right now over on this side right here, that is just the YouTube chat because this stream is strictly on YouTube right now. But I do actually do a restream over on Twitch for those that prefer Twitch, and also to help kind of build my audience a little bit more, which is the next order of business I want to talk about. 20,300. That is the number of subscribers that I have been at for the past year and a half. Now, I'm very, very happy about it. Don't get me wrong. I haven't really seen much growth. I lose some subs and I gain some subs to make up for the subs that I've lost. So it's turned into kind of like a revolving door effect where I'm getting new people, but I'm also losing some people at the same time. I don't know if it's because of people subscribing and getting more of something that they don't like. They're like, fuck this guy, I'm gone. Or if they're bot accounts, which I've had plenty of before in the past, I don't know. So that is why I am also on Twitch, and why I try to get into DLive a little bit to see if maybe I can spark some more interest from other platforms. And since YouTube is my main platform, it's the one where everything's going to be, I thought, hey, you know what? If I do streams on Twitch and YouTube, then the people on Twitch will come over to see the YouTube content and be like, oh, there's more stuff to see. Previously recorded stuff that's been uploaded. Okay, sure, I'll check it out. Boom, subscribe. That was my initial hope. But it hasn't really turned out that way either, though I am starting to grow a bit of a Twitch group that's just there on Twitch. So it is what it is. So that's fine. That's fine. But not really growing the way I wanted to. So I've been kind of dabbling with a whole bunch of ideas, and that's going to lead me into a bit of a conversation that I'm going to go into later, which is kind of like the major topic of the night before Q&A opens up. But it's just something that I've kind of dabbled with, and it has a lot to do with what I'm streaming and when. And how... Oh, thank you, Riku. Let me get to... I'll read yours in just a second. What I'm streaming, when I'm streaming, and I already lost my train of thought. I'll just real quick read Riku's comment. Just gonna say hi because it's 4 a.m. over here. Gonna watch some VOD later. You have a fantastic evening. Stay awesome, boss. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you have a great evening as well. Sorry that it's 4 a.m., but hopefully once I get my own place, then I'll have a little bit more freedom with the times that I begin streams. I technically do now. I guess I just try to keep consistency with the 9:30 thing. And I suppose at some point doing streams earlier in the evening is definitely a possibility in the future. Anyway, so oh yeah, building up viewership and subs. That's what I was talking about. So a friend of mine, Zag, which you all, or most of you probably have seen, heard of, or watched me play with, has suggested that I start to get on social media more and try to get my content out on social media more and get more views that way instead of trying to restream to all these other platforms. So I'm thinking, I like to think of myself as pretty tech savvy. I like to think of myself as up with the times with the kids these days. My girlfriend, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't really have much experience in social media platforms. I mean, I've used Twitter slightly. I used Facebook once. I have not used Instagram before. I have not used TikTok before, but I have been recommended to get on at least Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I was actually requested that it's probably best to avoid Facebook because Facebook is on a downward decline and not a lot of people really use it much anymore. So I just decided to, yep, that's fine. I tried Facebook. I hated it. I couldn't stand it. And I'm just moving that aside. So I have decided to go on ahead and create an account on Instagram and TikTok through my YouTube name, Kagato, the Final Boss. And also there's links in the description below as well. And I have redone my Twitter account. So the thing about Twitter is that I don't really tweet. It's kind of, that's why I never really got into Twitter. It's like, I can't just tweet something really quick and be like, this, here's a picture of this, and here's my thought for the day, and here's my controversial thought of the day that's going to be coming up in 10 years and I get canceled. No, I've never really thought about doing that before because that's not how my mind really works. It's like, if I have something to say, I rant and rave and go on for a long time. Right, Bon? Right. I mean, you've all seen the Akechi rant, right? I never shut up. So, yeah. Oh, dude, Riku. Thank you so much, dude. Dude, I'm from Germany. I'm used to streams being late for me. Just do your streams whenever it's right for you. Also, I'm the one guy you chatted on Facebook with. Good luck with social media. Oh, damn. Wow. That was a long time ago. Hello again. Yes, and Bun is right. TikTok is a lot like how Vine used to be. Just quick uploaded videos. So this is what I'm intending to do. I have more work hours now because I am doing YouTube and streaming full time. But I am not really utilizing my time properly like I would like any other job. Now, you would think that you're just uploading stuff and it's just hit a button and streaming. Well, when it comes to editing stuff, pre-recorded stuff, that stuff is what takes time. Streaming is easy, but streaming does not seem to be the thing that's generating the views or the subscribers. It was the pre-recorded, edited stuff. That was the stuff. That is the channel builder right there. Stream helps pay the bills. Uploading pre-recorded stuff, that builds the channel. And I need to do both if I want to be able to continue to do this for a living. Otherwise, I am right back to where I was working at Office Depot or wherever I'm going to end up being if this ends up happening. And you're going to see a lot less of me. So I believe what I'm going to do is whenever I have a really great moment on stream, they could be clipped, which makes it easier. Or if I see that there's a really hilarious moment in a pre-recorded episode that I've done, such as the bazillion that happened in the previous Majora's Mask episode. If you haven't watched that, Bud and I have some chemistry. I gotta tell you, that episode had me rolling. And considering how long it's been since I recorded, I'm like, holy crap, we were actually that funny. But things like that, where I take a clip of it and put it up on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and then it just automatically just links out. I think that's how it works to anybody that the tags that it has. So Legend of Zelda. So I put up Legend of Zelda as a tag, and then anybody that has Legend of Zelda tagged, I believe, gets that as a post. I think. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't know social media, but I'm trying to learn. So I don't know if it's just to followers. Again, it's just a plan. Just take a good clip and get it out there to have somebody see it that doesn't know who I am. That's like, oh, okay, I'll just click this, watch it. Oh, that was funny. Who was that? Then they go and check out the YouTube channel. Boom. Got somebody. So that plus I need to find out the best way I can go about going through my older stuff. And I think I'm just going to have to just cut it up as best I can and make a compilation video of like, Game Grumps is a great way to use this example, but they make a best of every month. I should be able to do something similar. Like when I'm editing something, I can take a really good clip that I like. I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be great for a compilation. Just render that separately, keep it aside, and then just add clips as I'm going along rather than sitting down for an entire day and just being like, oh, I'm not gonna watch all this, finding a thing. And I would die trying to do that. But hey, a compilation video, because not everybody watches all my stuff. In fact, I think a good 80%, if not more, of the people sub to my channel or watch my streams only care about Persona. Horror videos, nothing. Zelda, nothing. Metopia, nothing. All that stuff. And that's fine. That's fine. Some people don't want to watch that stuff. Some people aren't interested in that stuff. Some people are only interested in Persona, and that's fine. I'm glad. I'm happy, honestly, to be the other Persona guy. But, I mean, it's perfectly fine. It's just a matter of getting more eyes. So, social media seems to be a good way to do that. And I'm just going to have to put more working time into making sure that I get that stuff done. So, I'm going to do my best. I can't promise it's going to be perfect. I'm going to get some help from friends, and Bun is on Instagram a lot, so I'm going to be getting her help and assistance with it and doing the best that I can. So social media, again, if you're interested in subscribing to my social medias, I put them in the description down there: Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. So there we go. Next on the list before we go into Q&As, Persona 5 Royal. Oh my God, do I get asked about this game a lot. Holy crap. Guys, I've said before, I am doing Persona 5 Royal, but with the thing that, here's the thing. I have been made aware from various different sources that Persona 4 Golden and Persona 5 Royal, while they are both updated versions of their vanilla games, that Golden had far more sporadic content just injected all over the place to make it feel like an almost new experience, whereas Royal was considered to be just a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there, but then the major stuff at the very end. Which is why I think if I do it, it might be too similar, which is why I am going to be doing it with Bun. We are going to be doing it together. There's her hand right there. So that way, it's not me making the same jokes all over again. It's not me making the same comments all over again. It's not me making fun of Akechi all over again, because Bun would kill me. But don't worry, there still will be plenty of making fun of Akechi, but just not in the same way. And I won't talk about it now, but Bun and I actually had decent talks about Akechi's character, and my views on him have already started to change a little bit for the positive. But again, this is based off of my experience with him in vanilla. She had experienced him in Royal. She's played Royal already to completion. I haven't. So it will be blind for me, not for her, but we're going to be comparing combining our humor and going forward with Persona 5. Now, here's the thing. I said that Shin Megami Tensei 5 is going to be streamed. What about Royal? Royal is going to be handled just like all the other Persona games except for Strikers, whereas it is pre-recorded, edited, and uploaded for everybody to enjoy whenever that they want. And whenever we are going to do a palace, this is a little different. Palaces are going to be big chunks of time. So she's only here visiting until the end of January. And since I've got other projects that I need to work on and upload before I do Royal, 3 houses, we have decided that we're going to just record the whole thing. Palaces will be treated the same exact way that they were treated in vanilla, where instead, they were live streamed, but since we can't technically live stream it with the way that we're doing it, we will premiere it instead. So everybody can come and join in and watch this 4-hour dungeon run and treat it like it was a live stream, and we'll be watching along with you guys as well. And that is how we're going to make it seem and feel much like the vanilla playthrough, but still be new and fresh, because you'll not only get my views on things and how my views might have changed and evolved, but you also get hers, and then you'll get jokes from both me and her. And again, you guys want to know how well we work together? Watch that Zelda playthrough. Seriously. Mailbox Chan is waiting for you. She wants your big package, senpai. By the way, a mailbox Chan is going to be on merchandise. Just you wait. I've already had her commissioned. Anyway, so Royal, that pretty much covers it. That pretty much covers Royal. So that leads us to Fire Emblem Three Houses. This is another game I have been asked over and over and again to finally finish because I was only 2 episodes in. Two. But they were so popular that even though I was mostly asked by the public to just stop it and focus on Persona, people are now coming back now that it is over. Persona's over, at least the original playthrough of it. Now that's over, people have asked me to do Three Houses, and the members of my channel, people that actually became members, have voted for me to do Three Houses. So Three Houses, Fire Emblem Three Houses, will be a pre-recorded, edited, uploaded show. So much like before, because I had way too much fun editing the first 2 episodes. If you have not seen those, probably some of the most fun I've had with editing any episodes. Just 2 of them, but my God, I'm still laughing at some of that stuff. So I probably, since it has been a couple of years, when the next episode is ready, I'll probably do a premiere for it with me playing the first 2 episodes back to back, and then follow up with the 3rd one, which is then going to be uploaded on its own and then moving on from there. And doing my best to make things an hour or less as far as time, probably within the 30-45 minute range, because that seems to be based off of the polls that people have voted on. 30 minutes to an hour is the sweet spot. I know a lot of content creators are now dabbling in big, long periods of time, like entire full playthroughs of games sometimes because of YouTube's algorithm retention rate. But I figured if I have those big blocks of time, then people are going to just skip to the places that they want, or get bored really quickly and click off too early. So I had to find a nice balance, and I think 30 minutes to an hour per episode, unless there's something big going on, is a good idea. With maybe the occasional big fun thing being an hour and a half movie particular time frame. I don't know, like I did with Persona 4 Golden back when I thought an hour and a half of that was a long time. Now it's like, live stream for several hours now. Lightbeam, protect the waifus. We must protect the waifu wars. And yes, do not worry. I am, Inevitable Hero, the Golden Deer, they're my babies. I am Team Deer forever. Team Deer, Golden Deer, hell yes. All right, so yeah, Three Houses. I know it's been a long time for those of you who are members that voted on this. I'm sorry it took so long for me to get to it, but October happened. And that is gonna lead me again. It's like every single thing I'm talking about is leading up to the major announcement that I want to make. But before that, Miitopia. Let's get into Miitopia now. Much like with, October, that got in the way of everything because it was the month of spoops. October happened, and a couple other things happened throughout, and Miitopia was put on hold for a little bit. So we will be getting back into it because we are nearing the end. Bud and I want to finish it up because while she and I have basically our date, day and night on Wednesdays now, we have decided that if we want to stream something together, we will, and it'll be on Wednesday nights. And we will finish up Miitopia eventually, but we are thinking about getting into Paper Mario. Now, did you want to do Paper Mario, the original, or Thousand Year Door?
Thousand Year Door.
Thousand Year Door. So she and I will be streaming Thousand Year Door eventually together as well. And we have some other games that we want to dabble into together, like Psychonauts. Speaking of Psycho, Yuppie Psycho. Psychonauts 2. Okay, Psychonauts 2 and Yuppie Psycho, which we played once, but man, we had so much fun with Yuppie Psycho. It was so damn good. I think we were both disappointed that we didn't just stream it outright. But now we can get back into it and kind of know what we're doing and make good jokes about it. Seriously, if you've not played Yuppie Psycho, do it. It is awesome. And anyway, so Miitopia, yes. Sorry for the long wait for Miitopia, but it will be coming back. We will finish it. And then from there, we're going to jump into Thousand Year Door as a date night stream for you guys. So from there, something I want to talk about, and that has to do with next month, Christmas. I'm still debating. I'm still debating on how I want to handle this. And it's not what you think. It is video game related. I don't know if I want to do Parasite Eve as a stream or start all over again, or at least from where I left off as an edited show. And if I do that, that means that I'm doing recordings for Three Houses, Parasite Eve, as well as Persona. But somehow, some way, Parasite Eve has become a classic on this channel, despite I've not finished it, and the past like 2 or 3 episodes have been only released once per year for a while, up until like a couple of years ago where it's just like gone. So I'm not entirely sure, but Parasite Eve is something that a lot of people want to see come back. So I'm going to try and do something. I will think about it. I am leaning towards just continuing it as a pre-recorded, uploaded thing. It is a horror game, therefore it is a short game, but it is an RPG-ish horror game, so we'll see. We will see. So, next announcement. Speaking of RPGs, because RPGs seem to be on the list, and pause that right now. Kato says, and Psychonauts VR on PS4, also Walking Dead VR. Psychonauts VR, I don't know. We'll have to see what Bun has to say about that.
Oh, that's...
No, she says, so no. Walking Dead VR, I hear it's good, but now, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, now that I know how to stream VR and see the chat, I can see the chat in VR now. All I gotta do is just hold up my wrist and twist it. Boom, there's the chat right there. So I can actually record and stream in VR and see the chat now.
The Psychonauts VR game isn't that interesting.
Psychonauts VR is not that interesting? Okay, well then there we go. All right. So speaking of RPGs, roll for initiative. I don't know what happened. I do not know what happened. Roll for initiative. I don't know what happened. Oh, Jesus! So have to leave, but you can have this. Have this. When you have a chance to pass the time, do you prefer several short experiences or a long experience? Games are like PSU and bottom level things. Long experience. Long one. Not long. Long. So. What the fuck?
You took the microphone with you.
Why? I'm trying to do the news. Rebellions. So. Oh my God, I did take the mic with me. It's down here now. Oh dear. Oh God.
One of these days, you're gonna actually hit your head.
I have hit my head already. Will I do Super Mario RPG? I'd love to someday, and more on that later. Literally, more on that in a way later. I've got much more to discuss. There we go. Hi. I don't think you're gonna lift me up on that angle, hon. I'm pressing literally against the back. pressing against the bed. This is what you do to me. This is what you. That was me doing. That was me hurting myself, not you. Oh God, my foot went underneath of this piece of furniture and I twisted it and it crushed my pinky toe. Thank God the pinky toe is useless. Ah. Where was I? Did I actually hurt myself? Well, no, I did hurt myself, but I get scraped down it. No, I'm good. Okay. No blood for once. No blood for once. Yeah, that's a victory for me. No blood. All right. All right. What was it again about? Oh yeah, first of all, holy shit, Sozone Rebellions. Thank you two so much. Holy fuck, guys. Thank you guys so much. What was I talking about? Roll for initiative.
Yes.
Roll for initiative. Okay. I guess maybe it was because a lot of people were just curious, because the first episode was a huge hit as far as the streaming audience was concerned. A lot of people watched it. According to the analytics, a lot of people were interested. And then episode 2 through 4, nothing. Don't worry, Kagato, I'll thank you. Thanks, Kenshin. Thanks, Kenshin. So yeah, roll for initiative. That's my D&D campaign. And the thing is, okay, a roll for initiative. Let me actually go through an entire story with that. Back when I was in college, I played a game called Mutants and Masterminds, which was Dungeons and Dragons, but superheroes. Best way I can describe it. And I had a great time. And this is back when I used to think Dungeons and Dragons, that's a game for nerds. And here I am playing video games and watching anime. So I'm making fun of it, but the dude just basically kicks over the door, brings in a bunch of books, slams them down on the table and says, everybody gather around. We're playing this. And this is when I was in a suite. So it wasn't just me and a guy in a room. It was me and 5 other guys paired off in twos in other rooms, all combined into a little commons area with a kitchen. So it was a suite. Kenichi, thanks so much, man. Another idea where you can maybe collab with a couple of big YouTuber streamers to get your content out there. I will actually talk about that as well. So yeah, he came in and he dropped all this stuff on the table and gathered all of us up from the room. Is like, we are playing this. And we're just like, all right, fine, whatever. So we all decided to just start playing it, and we had a blast. So much that we actually started playing Dungeons and Dragons as well, though not as much. We played maybe a couple of those, but it was mostly just Mutants and Masterminds. But I was very interested ever since. And Emo King, thanks so much, man. Hey there, boss man. Sorry I haven't been donating lately. It's okay. I never want to make anyone feel obligated like they have to donate. So if you have to say, I'm sorry, I haven't been donating lately, it makes me feel like I'm a loan shark or something. It is okay. Thank you for supporting me in the ways that you have already. Thank you so much, man. Internet has been absolute garbage, but I'll try to get back to your stream soon. Oh, no problem, dude. Just whatever it works out best for you, okay? Just keep at it, okay? Keep at it as far as getting your internet back going. That's what I meant. Anyway, so we'll move on from that part of the story, and it's basically I started to like Dungeons and Dragons. Well, now fast forward to me and Bun meeting up, and we learned that we like roleplay a little bit, Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing, and we still didn't play because we didn't really know a way to really play together or a way to play with anybody else. But then a friend of hers decided, hey, you know what? And if he's watching, hi Wolf. If he is running his own campaign, and I was invited to join, and I did, and I've been having a good time. But unfortunately, the times for us to be able to play has been a little sporadic. We've been basically stuck to just Fridays, and there's a lot of gaps in between sometimes. So our Dungeons and Dragons itch has not been scratched very well because of that campaign. We are still active in it and playing it happily, but the delays every now and then because somebody's unable to play or something else happened, it's just like, you know what? Let's go on ahead and make our own. Oh wait, Ed, apologies, Sir Kagato. I can't reach my quota. God damn it! Again! You heard what I said. You heard what I said, Ed. Kagato, the final dawn. Holy shit! I am not a mob boss. If anything, that's Charles. So, all right. So yes. So I decided, you know what? I want to try my hand at telling a story. And that comes from another story. Final Fantasy XIV. I have been playing Final Fantasy XIV for years. I mean, since 1.0. Back when it was shit. Back when it was the beta of the damn game. The original. I've been playing since then. As you all know, I play it still to this day. I am on the Balmung server, which is a role-playing server. I have, up before now, tried to be part of guilds or free companies that are basically role-playing storylines, kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. You actually roll to do things, although they use the in-game rolls. And I had this character made and a story crafted that I have been developing for years. And I mean for years. But every single time that I got to a certain point that I was like, all right, the candle slow burning is now over. Let's finally get into the story. I've left a lot of these clues. Something happened. Either I was removed from the free company, or it fell apart, or people just stopped playing. 3 times I tried to tell this story, nada. And Zach Remillard, member of 2 months, thank you so much, dude. No money, but take the support. Support is good. It doesn't matter what it is. All support is good. Thank you so much, man. So, yeah, I had this story to tell. So I'm like, wait a minute. Dungeons and Dragons. I can probably still tell a variation of the story. Let me do it. So I decided to go on ahead and kind of rewrite a bunch of stuff, but still tell a similar story. So I got Bun and several others, including Skylar, together to play Dungeons and Dragons. It's a big group. This is my first time DMing, and I'm taking on 7 other people, which is amount of people that most DMs say, no, stick with like 4 or 5. But I think I'm doing okay. But that is why I'm doing it. Because I want to play it. I want to tell a story. I want to have fun. I want to make people laugh. And I want to entertain with a little bit more than just a video game. And that's why I also chose Tabletop Simulator, which in retrospect, I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have used Roll20, but I figured, you know what? Actual 3D models.
Don't shit on Tabletop.
I'm not shitting on Tabletop. I'm just saying that it's harder to work with, but it's so worth it when it works. I mean, Roll20 and all those other ones, they're fine, but because Tabletop Simulator is in 3D, when it works really well. I couldn't have made that big boss encounter from the previous episode into such a climactic viewing experience if not for Tabletop Simulator. It's just so hard to work with. So that's why I like to do it. So, which is why I'm just like, the first episode was super popular. It got over 1,000 views, and then all of a sudden, episode 2, 3, and 4 did nothing. So I guess it's just because people were curious and they're like, nah, this isn't for me. But if you guys are at all interested in Dungeons and Dragons, or just want to listen to a story in the background, like if you're, I don't know, at the gym working out, or cleaning up your room or something, or just want to listen to something on a long drive, maybe give it a try. And I call it Roll for Initiative because that's what we do when we go into combat. And I wanted to actually name it a thing, kind of like Critical Role. So now it's a thing that I have a logo for and branding for. So if you are at all interested, at least, then please give it a shot. And I think it's a fun time. And we are getting better at it. The format of everything for the backgrounds, like with sides and such, is going to get better and a lot cleaner to be to watch. It's kind of rough right now. I thought it was fine at first. I kind of look back and like, no, it looks kind of rough. So I'm going to be cleaning it up over time and adding nice little things here and there. So now, one more order of business in regards to RPGs before I get into the big announcement, and then we're going to open up Q&A. And actually, they kind of tie together now that I think about it. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to do the big announcement because it ties into the other announcement. The big announcement is I am completely changing my stream format. And when I say completely, I mean completely and utterly changing. Time is still going to be roughly the same, 9:30. But as I've been going on for several months, there was Retro Night, Horror Night, and then Main Event Night. I did that because I wanted to have some variety and play certain games that I didn't actually think I'd have a chance to play on this channel, or it would give me an excuse to play. But somebody made a comment a while ago, and I don't know if that person is watching. I don't know if they got angry and left. I don't know if they're happy. I don't know.
It's somebody who's in the chat, and he was pretty cool about it.
Okay, somebody in the chat right now. Okay, so you'll
say who.
So
I want to point fingers, but I will say that the person is in the chat.
Okay, so you'll know who you are when I mention this, but somebody made a comment that said, why is it just that members can decide what I play? Why can't everybody have a say in it? My original answer was that it was a reason to become, it was a perk for being a member. You got to vote on what game that I play. And here's the thing. I actually have been thinking about that for a long time because I was like, being a member means that you have first dibs on a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of people that watch my channel. Why should I also punish them, as it were? Not really punishing, but restrict them is more of what I'm thinking of. So this is what I have decided that I'm going to do. Members are going to have their own special night. Now, when I say that, everybody can watch, everybody can comment, it's like normal. But say instead of Tuesday night retro night, Tuesday night is members choice night. I think, is that what I have up there?
Yes.
Yeah, Tuesday becomes members choice night. So in which case, they have voted right now Mega Man X. That's why I'm playing through Mega Man X. The members chose Mega Man X for Retro Night, but now they voted on that and 3 houses. So I'm going to be doing 3 houses, and I'm going to be continuing Mega Man X. But now I'm going to change that into members choice. So now, instead of restricting them to vote on a classic game, they can vote on anything. Any game that they want. New, old, RPG, horror, whatever. Whatever they want to see, they specifically vote on, and then I play that game because they wanted to see it. My members wanted to see it. Here's the next thing. Saturdays. Because Saturdays are main event day, I am now changing that to Public's Choice Day. Rebellions, thank you so much, dude. That drop off after the first session might be my fault because of how combative things after I did the thing. Oh my god, it's okay, dude. First impressions and all that. I still reach for the nail gun about it. Do not worry about Rebellions, dude. Things got better. Things got so much better, honestly, Rebellions. It's okay. Don't worry. You good. Honestly, if not because of what you did, I was not able to come up with the idea of Jolly Roger. And I think that finale was a lot better than what I was originally planning. So you know what? Don't worry about it. You made things better. So anyway, Saturdays, public's choice or community choice, something like that. Whereas everybody, members or not, get to choose what game I play, which is why I'm going into Shin Megami Tensei 5 first. But from there, I'm going to start getting polls together to find out what people want to see me play. And that's, again, from everybody. Every single vote counts as one vote. Members don't have any extra say in it. Members have their own night. They get a stream night dedicated entirely to what they wanted to see. But the public, that's everybody. And the reason that's important to me is because I am not excluding anybody. If you can't support me in any other way than just watching what I do, giving it a like, just talking to people about it, if that's all you can do, you can't donate, you can't become a member, you can't do anything for whatever reason or another, whether it's because you wish that you could, but you couldn't, or you just flat out don't, but you still want to watch my stuff. I want you to have a voice as well. You're not on my Discord, but you still want to vote? That's fine. That's what that's there for. Everybody can say what they want. And I'm thinking about doing it like having something up there where it's like pick the top 3 games that you really want me to play, and then I just count however many that they are and pick the most popular ones to start with, and just keep on going from there, and re-releasing the poll to see if things change. So that will be the thing that I do on Saturday. That's community's choice, the public choice, the popular choice, the everybody's choice. So that way I know that there will be people coming to watch something that I do that's not just Persona, unless it does turn out to be another Persona game. But I've always been really kind of worried about what's going to happen to my channel if Persona finally ended up drying up. Whether from my own burnout or if there's just no more games to play. And it's been a massive concern that I've actually talked with Bun about a lot. Where do I go once it's all done? How do I get people to watch things that I do if the thing that they're excited for is over? But I have been treating things as my choice, and then letting you all decide what of my choices that I do. But that still gives me an opportunity to have burnout if I don't do something that I want to do, which is why I do things like horror games, which is why I had the retro night and the horror night, so I could play some unique things. But that's going into my last piece of information here, my last little announcement, and that is that Thursday night horror night will no longer be Thursday night horror night. We have Tuesday night members night, Saturday night public night, Thursday night will be my choice. So that way I can play something that I really want to play, something that will refresh me and excite me because I'm hyped to play it. And something that I have been wanting to do for the past several years that I'm finally going to do is Final Fantasy Tactics Friendlock. That is that big question mark on there. That's the Final Fantasy Tactics logo. I am going to do a Final Fantasy Tactics Friendlock where I take all my friends, I'm taking everybody that I am really close to, making them into characters, using a modified version of the game to, I don't know which version I'm going to use of this game, but there's ROM hacks that make the PlayStation version into the War of the Lions version. There's harder versions, chaos versions, randomizer versions, balanced versions, added content versions, all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to find out what I want to do, but Final Fantasy Tactics Friendlock is what I'm going to be doing first for my choice night. And Yuka Witch, hello! Been playing D&D for 7 years. Glad to see you play. Looking forward to seeing it all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's very, very appreciated. Thank you. So yeah. So that's the big one. That's the big one. Is the updated format so that way everybody has a voice and I still have a night to myself that I get to have fun with, regardless of who wants to see it. And my members feel like they get something special as well. I feel with this format, everybody wins rather than people feeling restricted like, but I don't even like horror, or I don't care about the retro game. Now this gives everybody something. Members get theirs, public gets theirs, I get mine. And then of course we have D&D on Sundays and the occasional Wednesday night with Bun where we stream something because we want to play it together, but also share it with you guys. So that is that. That is the big stuff. I think I have covered everything. Let me think. Shipping at my 10 say 5. Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Royal. Metopia. D&D.
Content creators.
I'm sorry? Oh! Yes. Yes, the comment about other content creators and collabs. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so first thing, Arlene, thank you so much. I'm staying even if you play the worst game on Steam. Maybe that's a Shadow Kagato thing. Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about. Kenichi. So I got 2 more things to talk about. Kenichi. Also, if other people want to join during the campaign, would it be possible to join? Unfortunately, no. We are at 7 people. That is way too many. We are filled. We are overfilled. Like the cup has been filled and it's overflowing now. I know I'd be interested since I started watching the hilarity ensued. If there was ever another D&D thing, if it was like super duper popular and people want to do it, then maybe I could come up with something for more people to be a part of a new campaign. I don't know, but since D&D is very hard to play with a ton of people, it's going to be super restrictive all the time. So, okay. So 2 things really quick. First, the content creator comment and the Shadow Kagato comments. Content creators, other content creators, collabs. Here's the thing. When it comes to collaborations, I would love to do them. But the unfortunate truth is that most people do collaborations to grab more audience via the person they're collaborating with. Here's the thing though. It's one thing to collab with somebody. It's another thing to collab with a famous person. I can't just strike up a conversation through an email. Like, I can't go to a person I'd love to collab with is Kadikarus. I think he's fucking hilarious. But I can't just be like sending an email to Caddy and be like, hey, Caddy, would you like to collab on something? I'm 20,000 subscribers. He gets nothing for it. Why would he collab with me? Unless he thinks I'm hilarious. But other than that, there's really no benefits to him doing so. It's all about me on that one. Or Markiplier, or anybody else that I'm familiar with right now that I really like, but has huge following. So Nico B has also been a popular one, but I'm gonna be honest, Nico B's too big for me right now. If I was to collab with somebody, it would have to be somebody closer to my subscriber count, which is the 20,000 mark. I can't overstep because I'd probably just make a fool of myself. I can certainly try, but the harsh reality is that unless they have something to gain from me, they're probably not going to do it unless they just think it would be a fun thing to do, or if we were already friends, or if they just think that I'm hilarious. Lythero, Andrew Storm, funny that you mentioned him, because back when I was doing Marvel vs. Capcom 3 that helped this channel grow, I was about to do something with Lythero. We were about to have a Phoenix Wright fight off. That didn't happen. I couldn't even fight Maximilian at that time. I missed a lot of boats because of my position back then. I was able to do the occasional stuff, but I still had work to do. I now have the resources and time, but many ships have already sailed. So it is a little disappointing. It really is, but I can most certainly try and find people I can collab with. They're just going to need to be more around my level and also something that we both have an interest in. I can collab all day long when it comes to Persona or most RPGs and especially horror games, Mario games, things like that. But if it's like collabing for Doom, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Minecraft, I have zero experience in any of those, and I wouldn't gain anything, and I wouldn't contribute anything. So we will think about that, and I might have to look into a proper way to reach out to collaborators. And the same kind of thing goes to such things such as like animation and other kinds of things. Like if animators would animate certain things that I've done in the past, I want. Look, Maximilian, I have reached out to the person who made and animated his intro. I reached out to him and asked him to make an intro for me. I got zero response. I don't know if it's because they didn't see it. I don't know if it's because they were too busy. I don't know if they thought that I was too low of a YouTuber. But zero response, and I tried twice. So, subscriptions matter. Subscriptions matter in the eyes of some people. So, I can't really do a whole lot with it, but I will certainly try. Now, the next thing is Shadow Kagato. Back when I made him, he was just a gimmick that I was thought of to do for Halloween. Back when I was still a young YouTuber that thought, oh, having a little internal storyline a la the members of That Guy with the Glasses before that site blew up would be kind of fun to do. That, of course, as you all know, completely fell apart after like two episodes. But Shadow Kagato was still kind of around. I kept on bringing him into episodes as like a foil to things that I've done as like a little joke. But some people really liked some of the episodes that I've done with him before, where he's absolutely cynical or playing really bad games. So here's the thing. I'm not retiring Shadow Kagato. He is still here to stay. But until I find more of a use for him, he's probably going to not be mentioned in things like intros and like, because like the Terror Time intro that I have, I'm going to remake that. And instead of Shadow Kagato, it's going to be Bun, because she is there far more than Shadow Kagato is. I don't think he's ever been in a single horror episode since like Sally EX, which years ago, Ooga Keep. Now, so I need to rethink what I want to do with him. And my original idea was to have him play bad games, like do a once a month bad game recording where he's the one playing. I might still do that. I could probably record it to be like the last day of every month is the day that I do a Shadow Kagato recording. I could probably do that. But I don't think a lot of people are interested in anything that's long term. Like, I don't know if anybody would be very interested in hearing Shadow Kagato's voice over a multi-episode long game. Maybe like up to 3, I think, before the voice starts to grate on people. So we will see about what happens with Shadow Kagato. He is not retired. He's just in an odd place right now where I'm just not quite sure what to do with him that is satisfying for everybody. Of course, I could always figure out how to do my voice changer and do live streams. Invite him over and sit down and play with us. Shadow Kagato is his own person. So yeah, there we go. I think now that covers everything. Was it straining voicing Shadow Kagato? Not at all. I just voice myself, and then I go into Audacity, clip it 3 times. So there's one that's normal, one that's higher pitch, and one that's lower pitch. That's it. That's how you make a Shadow voice. Very, very easy. So, all right. So I guess with that, there was a question. So we're going to go ahead and open up a Q&A right now, because I don't think that there's anything else I really need to cover. Yeah, even Bun's giving a thumbs up, so I think we're good. So we are opening up Q&A. So I am going to be looking at the chat. Of course, anybody that does a super chat, they get first dibs. But if you do not and you ask a question, I will do my best to get to you. If I do not see it, do not be afraid to keep asking. Don't spam the chat with it, though. Just post a question. Oh, he didn't see it. 2 or 3 minutes later, I'll post again. Oh, still didn't see it. 2 or 3 minutes later, post again. That's fine. But if it's like every 10 seconds, every 30 seconds, no, that's spam. So with that, here we go. First thing from Zeke234. Would you play the Final Fantasy VII Remake? Yes. That is actually on my list of games that I do want to play because I bought the game. I've not even touched it. I own it. I have not played it, which is a shame because it looked really good. I have not actually finished Final Fantasy VII Classic. Then again, I surprisingly haven't finished a lot of Final Fantasy games, despite how much I like the series, but I think I only really finished, if I'm really being honest, I finished 4, the DS remake, 6, 9, 10, 11, most of the storylines, 14, Tactics, and Tactics Advanced. That's it. That's all the Final Fantasies that I've even played and finished. I've played some other ones, just never finished them. So, Final Fantasy VII Remake, definitely something I'm interested in. Zach Rebelard, would you be willing to play Yakuza? Yes. In fact, when I asked my members what they wanted me to play, I put Yakuza on there, and I was damn surprised to see that nobody voted for it. Like, hardly a soul voted for it. It was 3 houses, Mega Man X. Resident Evil 8 was also up there. Nope. Nobody wanted to see Village. So it was, but that's why I want to give you guys.
I thought
What's that?
you should tell them what you were planning to do with Resident Evil 8.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. So, real quick, because I know you guys got questions got to answer, but Resident Evil 8, I'm not finished. And it's a shame because I really want to play it and finish it. But it came out at a time where, again, people wanted to see Persona. So I released it. I put a lot of time in it. It's like, where's Persona? Where's Persona? Where's Persona? Where's Persona? I'm okay with that. I'm glad that I'm seen as the Persona guy and that you guys find Persona very fun. But I stopped playing Resident Evil 8 and ended up playing other stuff. And then I left it behind. But I don't want to just live stream it as a My Choice night. So if I do Resident Evil 8, I'm going to record it and upload it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play it on my own time when I want to play it, record it as I'm playing it, and then just upload it eventually. So it'll just be pre-recorded, ready to go. But I also need to finish Resident Evil 7. So just like what I did before, I'm going to finish 7 in VR and then 8. But hey, maybe when the DLC for 8 comes out, especially if they release a VR mod for it or a VR DLC, fuck yeah, I'm back on there for my night. So that's what's going on with that. So, all right, let me see here. But, oh yeah, Yakuza, yeah, if enough people, if the public chooses it, then I'll definitely do Yakuza. But the members don't seem interested in Yakuza right now. All right, so let me see. Would you rather eat Big Bang Burger with a Ketchy or Ultimate Beef Bowl with a Dodgy? Oh, god damn. I have to actually think about the food there. And just because I have chosen Haru in vanilla and I go nuts over Big Bang Burger, not Ultimate Beef Bowl, I'm going to go with eating a Big Bang Burger with a Ketchy. We'll make it a competition. Besides, at least with him, I'm willing to make it into a competition. Whereas Adachi, I'll just be scowling at him the entire time. Like, what are you planning? Alex Crawford, will you play the new Star Ocean? Yes! Yes! Star Ocean, do I have a history with Star Ocean? Ooh, do I have Star Ocean 2 was my favorite game of all time until Persona 4 came into my life. Let me put that in perspective. So Star Ocean 2 will eventually be played on this channel at some point. I love it that much. I love it. And for those of you that like waifus and social links, Oh, you get plenty of it in Star Ocean 2. Star Ocean 3, pretty decent. Okay. Kind of lowered down the social aspect of it, but still fun. A fucking stupid twist, though. Star Ocean 1, the remake of Star Ocean 1. Haven't played much of it, but it's basically Star Ocean 2, just with Star Ocean 1 characters. So, yes. But the new game, yes. After the fuck up that they did with the previous game, yes. Actually, previous two games. K. Do what?
Light beam.
I can't. Oh.
Light beam.
Oh. If you play Nier, would you play? I don't know why this isn't picking you up so well. If you play.
I'm all the way back here.
Here, maybe I turn this way.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. If you play Nier, would you play the remade prequel Replicant first and then Automata? Story-wise, I think it makes sense. Okay. The thing about that, Lightbane, is that I have been interested with the Yoko Taro universe for a long time, but I haven't really had much of an opportunity to play those games, especially with the crossover that they did with Final Fantasy XIV, which was a goddamn amazing crossover. Holy shit. Those dungeons. Oh God, that music. Ah. But as much as many people have asked me to do Nier Automata, or Nier Automata, however you want to pronounce it, when I asked the members, Nier didn't get a single vote. Well, maybe got one or two, but barely any. So I figured, okay, maybe that ship has sailed. But again, if the public really wants me to do it, hell yeah, I'll get into it. You're just gonna... Zag, can you slide some food into the closet? I'm very hungry. Hey, Bun, can you give Zag some food while you're over there? Sure. All right. Don't worry, Zag. Food's coming your way. Eric Hackney, 2 questions. 1, what are you looking forward to most in Persona 5 Royal? More social aspects between the characters, because that's the thing that I disliked about 5 that I like 4 more. 4 had stronger character bonding moments. They had things like fireworks and beach trip and all that. Yeah, 5 had it too, but not nearly as strong. Like there was a whole like 15-20 minute event, whereas Persona 5 was like, here's a cutscene. 5 minutes done. So I'm hoping that there's more of a friend bonding dynamic rather than them feeling like business people. 2, are you and Bun still going to do the for real counter? I think so. We'll certainly try. We will certainly try. Ask to see if we want to do the for real counter for Ryuji. For real?
We did find a chibi of him. So.
Oh yeah, we did find a chibi image of him.
Do a different drawing of it.
Yeah, basically the Yosuke fail counter, but a for real counter instead. Let's see. You got any You got any plans on playing other Zelda titles after Majora's Mask? Bud and I want to do Breath of the Wild 2 when it comes out. So yes,
Breath of the Wild 1 before it comes out.
We can definitely do that too. And I want to do an Ocarina of Time randomizer. I love randomizers. I think they're chaotic and put a new spin on games that I played to death as a kid. I want to do an Ocarina of Time randomizer too. Zach Remillard, have you ever played Steins Gate? If not, would you play? I've not heard of Steins Gate, so I have no idea. Actually, I think I might have seen it in passing when looking at games on Steam, but I have no idea. So unfortunately, I cannot really answer that. All right, let's see. Better question. What is Zach doing in the closet in the first place? Plotting, planning, watching, waiting. Anyway, what is your favorite flavor of ice cream? Banana. I am not joking. It really is. Like, okay. So there's a story behind that. So I grew up watching Power Rangers. And one episode had a gorilla monster taking over the body of Zach. And they were at the shake bar. The juice bar, whatever that was. And Zach basically said something that to trick his friends or whatever, and then he looks off camera, takes a sip of something, and does a big old grin on his face, going, banana shake. And my little child brain was like, he likes banana shake. I should try it too. So we go over eventually to an ice cream parlor, and there was banana flavored ice cream. I'm like, I would like a banana shake, please. That shit was fucking delicious. Like, no joke. It was delicious. So, honestly, yeah, banana is my favorite ice cream flavor. And it's so bad because so many of my favorite flavored things, whether it's a drink or a food or anything that is a treat, not like something you just go out and cook something. No, I mean like a pre-made treat, I can never find. Whether it is only found in an ice cream parlor, like banana. You can't find banana in stores. You can find banana pudding. You can find bananas Foster. You can find banana split. You can't find a plain banana in any grocery store. If you have seen an ice cream thing in your grocery store and all it says on it is banana, not banana split, not banana cream, not banana something, not banana plus whatever, just banana, let me know. I want to know where it is. I'm going there and I'm buying up their stock. Otherwise, I'm going to have to settle for Brewster's. So, yeah, banana ice cream. That's my favorite, especially in shake form. Otherwise, standard array, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. Strawberry is really good if it's real strawberry. Cookies and cream, Rocky Road, that kind of stuff. Let's see. Cookie dough. Bun likes the cookie dough. Bun likes the Which Power Ranger you grew up with? The original Mighty Morphins. That is who I grew up with. I watched Mighty Morphin through the movie's release up until about Turbo started, and that's when I stopped. So pretty much the original. Rita and Lord Zed. Once they were no longer in the picture, I was done. I don't think I even really watched much of the Machine Empire. I think it really was just, yeah, I didn't watch anything really in the Machine Empire. It was really just Rita and Zed, and that's it. So I'm OG Power Ranger fan. Lightbane, know how you feel? Frozen banana is your favorite snack? Oh, yeah. Frozen bananas are delicious. All right, so next up, here we go. Come to Finlay. There's banana flavor ice cream here. Are we talking about in a store, like a grocery store, where I go in, I pick it up, I put it in basket, I boop through the counter and go home and eat it? Or are we talking about an ice cream parlor? Because ice cream parlors, I can find banana there. I want it in the tub, on the shelf. I can take it, basket, take home, eat. Feel horrible after it, but love doing it. All right. Ever played Brutal Legend? Junko asks. No, I have not played Brutal Legend. I have heard a lot about it. I hear it's got a great big cult following, but I have not played it. So I have...
It's good in the beginning, but then around the end it kind of...
Just kind of wades? Oh, well.
Yeah, it's because they bring in this gameplay mechanic that's not so great.
Well... Still, I mean, I know that's got a big cult following, but I won't bash it because I've not played it. But then there we go. Skylord, it's an ice cream shop that has pure banana. I can go to ice cream shops already and get it. I'm talking about grocery stores.
Set it in a tub.
I know, I can go to Brewster's. Well, I guess. Okay. Brewster's, I can go and get it in a tub, but I can only get it in the winter months. They actually have it where it comes out in October. I could probably do that now, actually. Bun, we're taking a trip to go get ice cream.
Okay.
All right, Emo King, holy crap, thank you so much, dude. Dear Kagato, would you ever play Final Fantasy 15? And also, I really love dark chocolate banana ice cream shakes. Dark chocolate, you, sir, have good taste. I'm a dark chocolate fan myself. And Final Fantasy 15, I have no real interest in that one. I've seen a lot of it, I've heard a lot of it, and I just don't like... I do not like the current direction Final Fantasy is going in right now. No, I take that back. I take that back. The new game, Final Fantasy 16. I think that one I'm going to be interested in. I hope. I really hope. But the Final Fantasy 13, 15, and Origins, they all have this feel and look to them that seems like somebody is trying too hard. Too hard to be edgy for the kids, or heavy on the bromance, and okay, I guess that's not bad. That's not a negative. Bromance can be good if done well. It's more like not even really the action RPG part of it. I guess it's just, it's hard to describe, but maybe Final Fantasy 15 just seemed not Final Fantasy enough, you know? Final Fantasy 13 didn't seem Final Fantasy enough. I think Final Fantasy, to me, kind of stopped being Final Fantasy at 12. And I'm also not, I'm not counting 11 and 14 because they're the MMOs. I probably should. They are named ones. But I really like the fantasy part of Final Fantasy. So I guess that's why I kind of just glanced over 7 and 8 a lot of the times. I played a little bit of 7, played a little bit of 8. I was like, eh. And then jumped back over in 9 because it was fantasy again. 10 was fantasy again. Well, it was a mix. High fantasy and modern. But then 13 was like full modern. And 15 was full modern, it felt like. It just seemed kind of strange. It didn't appeal to me so much. So I did skip it. 16 though, sign me up. Oh, and Origins, I know it's supposed to be based off of the first group of it's almost like a retelling of the Warrior of a Light, but they made the Warrior of a Light, he looks like they literally took the story of Final Fantasy 1 and made the Warrior of Light from a knight in shining armor into a half unbuttoned, bald-headed, muscle-pumping Chad that would walk around putting earbuds in his ears and listening to something that like kills. No, that's not Final Fantasy. Not to me. I don't like it. I know the meme is I have to kill chaos, but that's the only thing that interests me about the game is the meme. I'm sorry. I can't do it. So we'll see. We will see. 16, please. 16, please. All right. So what we got here? Ever thought about playing or replaying some first-person shooters? And if so, what would they be? The only first-person shooting game that I have right now that I still haven't touched that I want to play is Back 4 Blood, because I played a lot of Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. I love those games, and since this is basically the same kind of game made by the original developers, I am really interested in playing it, but I haven't actually sat down. Oh my god. I'm seeing the question. I will answer it, Ika. But first person, let me finish the first person shooter question. I'm just not much into first person shooters. Not because of much other than the fact that I think they're all kind of samey in a lot of ways. But there is a first person shooting, like military style first person shooting game that I do like, but I only play it every other release, and that's Battlefield. And there's one reason only to that, and that's the vehicle warfare. Call of Duty, I know I introduced some of it, but I really like the giant ass maps and games that last for 30 minutes to an hour. capture the flag or get the item or defend a position for a certain amount of time. And when you die, you respawn, but I know a lot of games are like that nowadays, but I remember playing freaking SOCOM back in the PS2 days. I jumped into one match, got killed instantly, and had to wait until the match was over before I freaking respawned to play again. But I'm not a big first-person shooter fan, but the few that I like Battlefield and Left 4 Dead, Back 4 Blood, and those kinds of games, are fun to me, so I'm very, very picky. So if I do play it, it's because it was something I was legitimately excited with. Majority of the games that I play are RPGs, horror games, and mascot games, like Mario, Zelda, Sonic, things like that. So, Ika is asking about The Witch's House. I don't know how many more times I need to fucking talk about this game. I think some people just get off on my anger with this, but I hate Witch's House. I hate it so much. What's my problem with it? The actual vile, horrible ending. And the fact that the vile, horrible ending has an updated version to it, which is called the true ending, which is even more deplorable and disgusting and awful. I do not like those games. Or rather, I do not like those endings. The game itself, I'm sure, is fine. The gameplay, I'm sure, is fine. I played Eve with Bun. I've seen Mad Father. I've seen the RPG horror games. The gameplay, I'm sure, is fine. It is the ending that makes me sick, and I hate it. I don't care what the vote is. If there is a public vote for me to play The Witch's House, I will not play it, period. I will play literally anything else. Will not play Witch's House. Never. Never. Ever, ever, ever. So, we are done on The Witch's House. All right. Have you heard of Halo? Have I heard of Halo? Yes, I have heard of Halo. You mean that PlayStation exclusive made by Shigeru Miyamoto? The popular one where you shoot paint and you have turf wars? Yeah, I've heard of it. I played a lot on Game Boy. Love the movie, by the way. Yes, I've heard of Halo. E. Blanco, how many figures or statues do you have? Okay, question about my stuff. All right, so first of all, hold on, let me, first, I got that big boy over there, got Bowser, and that was a pretty penny, but my God, was it worth it, because holy crap, is that thing so cool. Probably should have, don't, hold on. Uh-oh. That was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. Oh, I see what happened. Let me just do it right there. Close enough. Close enough. All right. So, got that big ass Bowser over there. Plus, I have two Friezas up here. I have original Final Form Frieza, but just standard Final Form Frieza. And oh, I see what's going on here. There we go. There we go. Whoop. Decent. Okay, so I got two Friezas, fourth form or true form Frieza and golden. Below that, I have Chie, Bowser, and Phoenix Wright. Over on the other side, I have Remake Tifa, and I have Nergigante. Below that, I have another Bowser on a cart, another Chie, Babam, and One-Up Mushroom and Power Mushroom, and there's also an item block that the Babam is sitting on. And over on this thing over here, I've got Chun-Li up at the top, and I have a Goku clock sitting down at the bottom. And I also have a couple other things like I have, oh, sitting on top of the Game Over is something I got from Etsy. That is a Metroid. That is actually the baby Metroid from Super Metroid in its canister. Now, this thing was made from beadwork. It is really, 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 really cool. But something that was missing was an illuminating light. So the lights that I have up on this display right here, I have one that is a perfect fit for inside that glass. So now it lights up. Of course, it being in front of the mirror, it looks like it's two of it, but unfortunately I can't do anything with that big ass mirror right there. I mean, I could move it, but I'm not gonna know. Of course, below that, I've got the Game Over. And then I have these two, like this one here and this one here. Those are the Pixu, which is this one back here, and the Pixu Max, which is this one here. The Pixu Max has like a 32 by 32 pixels, and the original has 16 by 16. It's really cool. It's how I get my pixel art. Now, it's really hard. Well, no, actually, it looks really good right now, but my camera is just a plain old Elgato face cam, which is adequate. Was it worth the $200 that I spent on it? Not really. Not really. I should have honestly held on to that money and got a real video camera, like for 600 bucks instead, which is my next big expense for this channel, is to get a good camera, because this one, while it works, it's fine. It makes lights blurry and washed out or overly glowing. And that is why, even though I got these Pixus right here to have in the background as just something to kind of fit the mood of what I'm playing, 90% of the time you can't tell what they are, because the brightness of the camera, the exposure levels, it can't handle them. It can't handle screens. And I have messed with it and messed with it and messed with it. It cannot do it. It has to do with the camera. So I just need to get a new camera, but that's fine, because even my face right now is blurry and weird. And I debated whether having it full screen like this, but oh well. So camera going forward. So then we have, of course, oh, you can't really see it, but I have a dice tower here. It's a Skull Island type of thing, piratey. I've got some G Fuel flavors here. I've got tons more downstairs. These are my most recent ones, and I think I have a problem because I ordered 5 more new flavors. I have a Donkey Kong barrel that I have right next to the Pixu. You can't really see it, unfortunately, because it's kind of dark, but it is a Donkey Kong barrel with an open top that I have some tools in. And then a whole bunch of collectible beer steams and such that I like to collect when growing up. That is pretty much it as far as like stuff on the display. Oh, except for up the top, I have some pirate ships, and I also have, I think I could actually angle that up without messing up anything. Okay, so yeah, I also have those pirate ships up top. A little just to kind of display, like a little wooden penguin, a little oriental looking vase, but I also have the Mega Man Buster cookie jar that I don't use as a cookie jar. I just have it on display, but I saw that and I was like, I gotta have it. So, all right. So yeah, that is my display. It is a little messy and not perfect because, again, I'm kind of stuck in just this room until I get my own office where I can pick and choose the perfect locations of everything. This is unfortunately the best that I could do. Now, real quick, let me make sure that let's see. Let's see. Rebellion said, Eve, you can actually win. Mad Father, you can actually win. Witch's House, you can only lose and lose harder. Yeah, no kidding. Zag, yes, we are talking figures. Well, I guess we're done on figures. Eric Hackney, I can imagine Bun just glaring daggers at Chie.
I've gotten over my animosity of Chie. I no longer hate her that much.
Yeah, it's basically
I'm
that.
Very tolerant.
It's basically, look, when it comes to Chie, she is still an important character as far as my development as a video game enjoyer. But here's the thing. Enthusiast, thank you. She is, when we are talking about shipping, a lot of people are like, oh, Kagato and Chie. Here's the thing. We're talking about the Kagato that is in the game. We're not talking about me, because that's basically saying that you're shipping me with a video game character. And sorry, that just don't work that way. I already have my first mate on this ship right here. So I don't need to be shipped with anybody else but her. And when I say her, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about Bun. So she is still my favorite character from Persona 4. She's my favorite character from Persona, just period. And that's saying a lot because there's a lot of good Persona characters out there, but she's just a fun character. I really like her, but that's the same reason why I have Chun-Li over there. Now, a lot of people are like, well, you don't really talk about Street Fighter much. Like, I grew up with some Street Fighter, and I played a lot of Street Fighter, and Chun-Li was one of my very first awakenings as a young lad. So, yeah. Chun-Li is like number 2 waifu on my list. And when I say number 2, I mean like paper thin close. Anyway, so moving on. Questions. Have you heard of Wonderful 101? I have heard of Wonderful 101. I hear it's wonderful. 101. Are you into card games, Kagato? I do play Yu-Gi-Oh! Not much of it these days, but my Discord, we kind of jump back and forth on Yu-Gi-Oh! But yeah, that's what I play. What games do you have planned for Horror Night? I do want to continue playing some Fatal Frame because the next game in that list is 3, and I've been looking forward to that one. But there are plenty of other horror games that I'm really interested in getting into or revisiting. Silent Hill, Resident Evil, and such like that, for example. Then I have some weird, unique titles that I picked up over the years, such as Kuon, which is funny because Nitro Rad did a review on Kuon recently. Like, holy crap, somebody other than me that knows this game exists. I still haven't watched that review yet. I have it in my list, and every time I turn it on, I fall asleep. Not because he bores me, but because I'm watching at like 4 a.m. after I'm done with everything, and I get to 10 minutes in and I'm out. I wake up and it's like 9 a.m. and the computer screen's just beaming in my face like, oh no, I read it again. So yeah, there's still plenty of, don't worry, I have horror games to play. Tons of horror games. Green Jelly Bean, I've been a 3D platforming game obsession lately, so I wanted to ask if A Hat in Time, maybe something that you might give a shot, something outside what you normally play. I know a lot of people have played that. I have a lot of friends that are into it. I just kind of bypassed it. I don't know why. I suppose that I'll play it if a lot of people want me to play it, but it's probably not something that I'm going to absolutely... it's not on my list. I do have a whiteboard over here that I have a list of games that are like, I must play these. And whenever there's something that I just really want to play, it goes up there. But I don't see A Hat in Time being one of those. But if everybody wants me to play it, I'll play it. Would you want to play Ghost of Tsushima? I thought about it. I thought about Ghost of Tsushima, but I did pass on it. And I kind of regret doing so in a way, considering how cool and pretty that it looked. I remember when it was first revealed, that grass, the storm coming in. Oh, so good. But
you missed Eric Hackney.
I missed Eric's?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He's I think he sent it again. Oh no, he sent it as a comment and then he super chatted it.
Oh, okay. Well, still, Eric Hackney says, plans to play Twilight Princess or Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword. Twilight Princess, I'm currently playing one-on-one with Bun. Very slowly. This is like 3 years in the making. And we put a hold on it for whatever reason, but honestly, I can see us playing that together because we make fun of it a lot, but we're still having a great time with it. Skyward Sword, probably the same idea. I think if I'm going to play Zelda games, it's going to probably be with Bun. I don't really see myself playing a Zelda game on my own anymore, just because the fact that I'm just so used to playing Zelda with Bun, and man, we have so much fun doing it. I don't see a future where I'm playing a Zelda game without her. So if I do play those, it's going to be with her. So Kagato, have you heard of Final Fantasy Dimensions? It's basically a modern remix of Final Fantasy 3 and 5. Also plans for Red Dragon Inn. Final Fantasy Dimensions is a modern mix of Final... What? Modern mix. Like, is that a remake? Is that like best of in those games? I've not heard of it. I have not heard of it. I'll look into it though, especially if it has 5 in there. I've been kind of interested in 5. And Red Dragon Inn, I do own that game, and of course we have it on Tabletop Simulator. We got to play some more Tabletop. We have got to play more Tabletop Simulator stuff. So eventually. Let's see. Ni no Kuni. If you know Ghibli, I do know Studio Ghibli, and I do know Ni no Kuni. Let's see. Dark Souls, probably not. No, if everybody wants me to play Dark Souls, I will probably play Dark Souls with a big ol' asterisk next to it. 2 asterisks. The first one saying, I'm going to be shit in this game. Please be patient. And the other one that says, Destro is going to be joining me because he's out of my group of friends, he's the Dark Souls guy. And I would want his advice. So we will see about Dark Souls. Any planned co-op games with Bun? We are going to have to find some co-op games that we want to play. But yes, we do have plans to do some co-op stuff in the future. Unfortunately, as of right now, most of the games that we want to play are single player, where we're just going to be passing the controller or just one watching the other. Code Vein, Kagato needs an anime goth avatar. I did see Code Vein, but I passed over that. Are you planning on doing something for Endwalker? Yeah! Being dead to the world for a week and a half to 2 weeks and playing that constantly. Bun's gonna wonder if I'm still alive. No, I'm not gonna be that dead to the world. When Endwalker comes out, I might, because I want to play it. Oh.
Kagado's, Kenichi asked, what about Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Randomizer?
Oh, I'll get into that next then. Okay. When Endwalker comes out, if a lot of people want me to play Endwalker's story on stream, I can most certainly do that. Only, you need to take away something. I am on the Balmung server. It is a roleplay server. Therefore, there will be a lot of role-playing probably happening in the background. Maybe. These are going to be in more open areas rather than like the towns, but still, just saying.
What are you talking about? You disappearing? I'm going to be in here watching you.
Never mind. She's going to be in here watching me. The thing about, look, when it comes to Endwalker, the reason I am even the slightest bit hesitant has nothing to do that it's on the Balmung server and that somebody might throw some interesting things up on screen. It is more to the fact that this is the final chapter in a storyline that has been building since 1.0. 90% of the people that would join me watching that will have no fucking clue who anyone is or what's going on. I could try my best to explain things in the most layman's of terms, whereas this is the big bad evil empire and we need to stop them, but they need to go to moon for some reason. Sure. This character is a character that was introduced in a side story content that turned into main story content, was a main character in the last one. Now he joined. Oh my God, I could just see myself trying to explain all the characters. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. We will see about Endwalker. I think it would benefit more towards those that know the story or just really don't care and just want to see how the game plays and the aesthetic. But if you're in there for the story, you better fucking know what's going on, or else it's like, ooh, okay. Now, Kingdom Hearts. Okay, Kingdom Hearts was another game that I had for members to vote on, and nobody touched it with a 10-foot pole because I had not finished Kingdom Hearts 3. I haven't even gotten to the Pirates world yet. But now that it's on PC, that means mods. And you know I love me some mods. Anyway, Kingdom Hearts, I do want to eventually go back in, but if nobody votes for it at all, The only time it's going to happen is when I want to play Kingdom Hearts for a me time night. So, or unless Bud and I are so far in the things that we want to do, one of us like, hey, let's do a Kingdom Hearts game. Okay, sure. But I doubt that'll happen. I think I'll end up playing it before that happens. So we will see about the Kingdom Hearts. All right, let's see. Friday Night Funkin'. Not my type of game. I know it's a popular game right now, but I know what it's really popular for, and that is the mods and the memes. And I have tried to play games for the sake of memes before, and I got maybe 30 people to watch and laugh and poke at the memes. It seems that me playing a game for the sake of memes isn't exactly something that a lot or the majority of people want. But again, if a majority of people want to see it, I will do it. It's not my kind of game, but it's not Witch's House. All right. I saw a question about Phoenix Wright. Bud and I want to do something really special when it comes to Phoenix Wright. That's still a ways away, but we have plans. So do not worry about the Phoenix Wright series. It is constantly on our minds.
We'll get around to it.
We'll get around to it eventually.
Don't expect it very soon. Like, it could take a year or two.
Yeah, it could take a while.
It could take a while, but know that it is in the works, and we are going to do it. Just not in the way you guys are expecting.
Right.
I'm not gonna say why.
Okay, real quick. Logan asks if I'm gonna play Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, when that was released, when it was announced, I was really interested in it. And I still kind of am, but I think my current plate of things to do at this time is a little heavy. So I think Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be a game I'm going to have to skip on, unless, once again, if everybody votes on it. But Shin Megami Tensei 5 comes first, because that's what everybody wants to see. Zeke asks, what about Outlast 1 for a horror game? I tried to play that. I just didn't really get into it. I didn't really get into it that much. I don't know why. I forgot why. But I skipped the second one. I know that the third game is coming out. I'll look back into it and we'll see. Or any of the DBZ games. Okay. Okay. Here's the thing about the DBZ game. I used to get pretty much every single Dragon Ball Z game that came out. Like, I was a big diehard Dragon Ball Z fan, and I'm still a fan. But I've gradually moved on from Dragon Ball Z. I still watch Team 4 Stars, Abridged series. I still watch Home for Infinite Losers. Hilarious, by the way. I still reference the damn thing all the time. Both the original show and the Abridged series. But I think I got Dragon Ball burnout because I skipped Kakarot, and I'm not really excited for any future games. I think the last game I truly played was Xenoverse 2. And the thing is that I like Xenoverse 1 more than I like Xenoverse 2. I know Xenoverse 2 is the bigger, better game, but I think the story and the villain of Xenoverse 1 was better. It was so entertaining for me that I actually was considering multiple things. I was considering making like an entire backstory for my created character, a goddamn Bruce Faulconerized soundtrack, including original songs that sound like his for it, all kinds of crazy stuff. I remember announcing it on a video like 7 years ago. Bun, I'm literally right here. Will you play Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl with me, please? Tell you what, you can play it and we'll stream it together. Yeah. All right. I think, you know what? That leads into a discussion for Pokemon, because I played Pokemon Sword and Shield, streamed it on D-Live, and it's really kind of funny how so many people requests me to do Pokemon, and yet so few people are interested when I do show interest in Pokemon. It's like, you gotta play this Pokemon game? You gotta play this Pokemon? I'm like, okay, fine. You know what? Sword and Shield, here's a Pokemon game. And nothing. I don't know if it was because it was on D-Live, because I had a big audience over there. I had a massive audience over there when it was Persona, but as soon as Pokemon showed up, I was like, nothing. So I'm a little bit, that combined with the fact that when I got Sun and Moon, I was reinvigorated when it comes to Pokemon. I was like, oh my God, this is fun. I'm enjoying this immensely. And this is the original Sun and Moon. I enjoyed it to death. I built up a team and I played with my friends online, one-on-ones, tag teams. It was a great time. Sword and Shield came out. Nobody wanted to play with me unless it was a raid. And I'm just like, I don't care about the raids. I care about the team that I have and wanting to play with the team that I have. When I play Pokemon, I'm not a gotta catch 'em all person. I'm a gotta catch what I want and play against people kind of person. And unfortunately, despite catching what I want and building them up the way that I wanted to, nobody wanted to play team versus team. Everybody wanted to play raids. So it was a fresh idea, but it was not one that I was really interested in. So I was just kind of like, I didn't put it down. I'm just like, yeah, there was a cool, but I just didn't have an interest in myself. I was in for Pokemon for the battling with other people. So unfortunately, I eventually kind of drifted away from Pokemon again because a lot of people in the Discord were not really interested in playing unless it was a raid. And I was a little disappointed because I was really kind of excited with all the new Pokemon and such, but I was basically the one guy in the corner like, does anybody want to battle? Okay. So
well, that could be different with Diamond and Pearl.
It could be different with Diamond and Pearl, but it just kind of put me in where I was so excited about Sun and Moon and had such a great experience, and I was expecting that same experience again.
Raid in Diamond and Pearl.
Right. I'm just kind of explaining my thought process with it, where it's like I got a huge high, I was reintroduced back into Pokemon again, and then I played the next game, I had a good time in the start, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to do this again with new Pokemon, and nothing. So it's just like, oh, okay, I guess nobody wants to battle anymore. So that's why I'm looking at the Pokemon remakes, Diamond and Pearl, and being like, I don't know. But because Bun is greatly interested in it, of course she will be getting the game, and very likely that I'll basically have her take the controller and we play together, and we'll play a Pokemon game that way. But the likelihood of me playing it, or me owning my own copy, we will see. I think the camera is a little bit too high there. We will think. I will think about it. I will think about it. I'll play.
Play with me. Play with me.
You guys have no idea how cute this girl is. I swear to God. So, Eternal Crazed asks, have you heard of or played Battle Cats? Never heard of it, never played it. Sorry, I have no earthly idea what that is. Battle Cats, never heard of it. Uh-oh. Yes. No! I was interested in situation. We will see. We will see.
I'm getting Pearl. To answer Coop's question, I'm getting Pearl.
She's getting Pearl.
I'm getting Shiny. Because I got Diamond last time, and now I want Pearl.
You get the Pearl. Would you want to play Sally Face? I don't know what that is. I remember asking about it on one of the Fatal Frame 2. Wait, Sally. No, I think I have heard of that. I think I have heard of Sally Face. I don't think so. I don't think that's... Out of all the horror games that I had planned to play, out of all the games that I had planned to play, I think that would be like near bottom of the barrel. Heard of Red Dead Redemption? Oh yeah, I've heard of that game. It was like it was like it was that popular game made by Rare, and it had a great RPG system. Great turn-based combat. You dork. Yes, I've heard of Red Dead Redemption. I played the first one to completion. But I tried to play the second one for a while. Such a big-ass game. I enjoyed it. No, don't get me wrong. I fucking loved it, but it was such a big game. I ended up moving on to other things, and I think that's the problem with big, giant open-world games. I never finish them because I'm so caught up with exploring and doing side quests and going way off the beaten path to see what I can discover.
That's why I think Breath of the Wild would be a great podcast.
Yeah, just like
stuff.
Like a podcasty type of game where we just throw it on and play it and just go places. Yeah, I love open world games. I love Skyrim and Fallout. I love anything that is just a big giant world to explore and do stuff. But here's the thing. I get distracted by new stuff. So if there is a new game that comes out or an old game that I really want to revisit, like I watch a video that's like, oh, a retrospective of Chrono Trigger, and I'm just like, oh, Chrono Trigger, I love that game. I should play it. I'm gonna play it right now. I don't think it's on my list. I gotta add Chrono Trigger to my list. Chrono Trigger to my list. But I get distracted after enough time has passed, and I move on to other games.
Were you planning between Final Fantasy, that Final Fantasy game and Chrono Trigger?
I was. Then I realized, wait, it's not my list. I don't know why. But yeah, I desperately want to play Chrono Trigger as well and Chrono Cross again, just to see if I can maybe finally understand what the hell is going on in Chrono Cross. And I did watch a lot of videos recently doing retrospectives on it. So it was a true story of me being completely distracted by an old game that I played a ton of. But I decided that I want to do Final Fantasy Tactics because I really want to do the friend lock. But if nobody else votes for Chrono Trigger or Cross at some point, then I'll probably do it as a night for myself type of thing. All right. Have you played any of the Zone of Enders games? And would you consider LPing those games at all? I've heard of them. I know that Xenoverse was modeled somewhat after Zone of Enders as far as the gameplay style, but it's just not for me. It's not one that I really looked at. But again, seriously, just like any other game, if it's something that people really want me to play, they can vote on it, and then I'll do it. It's not the first time I've gone into something blind.
Sorry, I took over Logan's question about beat-em-up games.
Oh. Could you repeat the thing you said for the beat-em-up question? Oh,
that was my bad.
I love beat-em-up games. I love them. I like the 2D ones, not so much the 3D ones. For whatever reason, I don't know. Maybe it's because just the feel of that old being just in an arcade, just mashing a button. Holy shit, 59 Master Dragon, thank you so much. I'll get to that just a real quick second. But 2D beat 'em up games. So Streets of Rage, Final Fight, Simpsons, X-Men, The Avengers, Spider-Man, all those side-scrolling beat 'em ups. I love those a lot. And it's part of the reason why I want to get my own arcade cabinet, a physical one, that plays all those classic games. And I also have Launchbox, which you've seen me play on before, that has those. But now with Parsec, I can play these games online with other people. So I might do a party night where I just get a whole bunch of guys together and we play like a Ninja Turtles, like Turtles in Time. There's that new Ninja Turtles game, Shredder's Revenge, that is like perpetually delayed for whatever goddamn reason, but I will be playing that. So yes, I'm definitely interested in beat 'em up games. Do not get me wrong, I love them, and the Simpsons beat 'em up game is one of my favorite beat 'em ups of all time, if anybody was wondering. Let's see. Got a crash for the day. Have a great day, night, everyone. All right, thank you so much, Alpha Dragon. 59 Master Dragon. Well, I get paid tomorrow anyway, so why not? So thank you so much, dude. My question: God Eater series. I have heard of it. Yes, it's faster, more modern Monster Hunter clone, but would you consider it? I thought about it at one point, but I think it's one of those games where, because it's like Monster Hunter, I would probably only play with friends. So if there was a lot of people that are like, yeah, let's play God Eater, then I'd be like, okay, sure. But we're all kind of into Monster Hunter, and since we are in a lull right now because there's not a lot of new content until the expansion comes out.
I need to finish the main content so we can play that.
Yeah, I haven't finished the main content either, actually. So that'll be a perfect excuse for us to...
We could do that as a date night thing.
We could do it as a date night thing.
Hints.
Yeah. she's not virtually, she's mentally prodding me with the hints. I love you. We will do the Monster Hunters as well. Hey boss,
Might do Monster Hunter before Paper Mario.
Might do Monster Hunter before Paper Mario? Okay. We can do that. Let's see. Hey boss, would I dare you to give me intel on Amnesia: The Dark Descent?
Oh.
What intel would you want? I'm not really done anything with Amnesia. So, I mean, I've played it. The first one, only the first one. And didn't finish it to completion, but I played it for a while. That's the only intel I can really give. Let's see.
I guess they're asking if you're planning on playing.
Oh, if I'm planning on playing it? Not on my list right now, but again, if you guys want me to play it, I'll play it. So, let's see. Bud and I, have either of us heard of Pokemon Insurgents?
I have.
It's a game of cults, human sacrifice, and such, so you have.
Yes.
I haven't.
Ika is the one who brought it up.
Oh.
In the Discord, he's been playing it. It's actually pretty interesting.
Really?
It's through PC.
It's a fan game. Okay.
Yeah, it's a ROM game.
Ooh. Do you have any single-player console game recommendations? I'd have tons, but it depends on your taste of games. Like, do you want an RPG? Do you want an open world? Do you want a shooter? Do you want... So I gotta know more. I gotta know more, D-Man. Otherwise, I'm gonna just be like, I recommend, let me just grab a game off shelf. This game that I have, Kingdom Hearts, recommended. Ask me again, but be a little bit more specific on what kind of game genre that you're interested in, and I'll give you some of my recommendations. Now, these are games that I would play, so you might not like them, but they're games I would play. Let's see. Are you going to play Dragon Quest XI? Probably not. Probably not. So when it comes to RPGs, I never really got into Dragon Quest. I was more of... I guess it's probably why so many people watch them, but I was more into like the action and social type of RPGs, so Star Ocean, Persona, and things like that. Lots and lots of waifu material in them, but hey, it's what I played growing up. Probably not much in the Dragon Quest though. I played Dragon Quest 7. Was it 7 or was it 8? I think it was 8, actually. The one on PlayStation 2. That was a Dragon Quest game I played, and I heard so many great things about it when it came out. I was bored. I was very bored. The music bored me, the characters bored me, the humor bored me, the villains bored me, and I got so many people like, this game's amazing! And I'm just like, is it over yet? Is it over yet? So I'm afraid that Dragon Quest probably is not the RPG series for me, and based off of what I hear, that it's supposed to be like a bedtime story kind of RPG, I think that kind of makes sense. Just a fun little jaunty adventure. And I think it's that reason that I was bored. I was waiting for things not to put me to sleep like a bedtime story. I was looking for things to build me up and make me awake. So probably not. I don't know. Let's see. Boss man, we've gone through Tales of Graces, Tales of Arise. Is there a chance we'll get to go through the other Tales games like Berseria and Vesperia? Okay, talking about RPGs that I like, though. I love the Tales series to death. And as you know, I tried to do Tales of Hearts? No. Tales of... Oh, crap. Oh, Nutsy Graces. Tales of Graces. I tried to do Tales of Graces, and I got a cease and desist because the game was too new. But that has seemed to have changed with the times, and Bandai Namco has not reached out to me ever again about such things. So when it comes to playing a Tales game, I would most certainly love to. But here's the thing. I want to, if I'm going to play a Tales game, I want to play it multiplayer, because I had fun, fantastic experiences in college playing with friends, multiplayer Tales. So unfortunately that means Tales of Arise is out because it does not have multiplayer. Tales of Vesperia is kind of out because it only is 2 players. So if I play that, it will only be with Bun. But all the others that are 4 players, they are a fair game, and Vesperia is my favorite one right now still. And this is after I played Tales of Arise. I've still not finished Tales of Arise, but I got to the point in Tales of Arise where I finished the 5th Lord, and now the big twist happened, and I just went, really? And I kind of lost interest in it. It was a twist that was just like, oh God, why? Just, let's please move on. So I kind of instantly lost, well, interest. And it was amazing that that happened, because the story of Arise really gripped me right at the start. Like, I really wanted to beat these guys up. And I think that's what happened. I beat them up finally. And now it's starting to go into part 2 of the story. After I beat them up, it's like, well, now my drive is gone. I beat up the bad guys. And this goes into the conversation of bad guys who are evil and deliciously evil. Not evil, but they're misunderstood, or that they were wronged growing up or anything. No, these guys were bad guys. They were malicious, mustache twirling, I love murder kind of villains. And I loved it. It was refreshing, and it felt good beating them up, because when you did, they didn't go, I was wrong, please forgive me. No, they're like, I'll get you for this. And then they explode. It was so refreshing. I loved it. And then I get to the 5th Lord in the game, finish him off. Once again, no, he's done. And now the next part happens, and there was like no build up for it. It just happens and takes place a month after. It's what? So it's like my drive to beat up all these evil bastards is gone. I feel like I beat the game, and then the game is still continuing, kind of, you know? So, as much as I like Arise, I think it rose up too hard and then drooped at the end. So that's why I like Vesperia, I like Abyss, I like, I technically do like Zestiria and Zilia, even though I think that they're villains and that, but I like them still. Anyway. Are you going to play any platinum games like Bayonetta, or going back to my previous question, Wonderful 101? Maybe? That's a big question mark on that one. I really don't know. I really don't know. There hasn't really been a platinum game that really grabbed me except for Astral Chain. Okay. Astral Chain, maybe. I did buy it, and I've not played it. I played maybe like the first area, and then that was it. And it was fun, it was good. But I think in my mind, I was planning on playing it for the channel rather than playing it for myself. And I think that's a habit I need to stop. If I want to play it, I need to either choose to do it for the channel and then just do it, or play it anyway, rather than just putting it on the shelf and be like, I will get to that game eventually, and then I will enjoy it. Because at that point, I might as well just wait for the goddamn game to be out for a while and then buy it on sale. If I buy a game that's brand new, I need to determine right then and there, am I playing this now for my channel, or am I playing it now for myself? I don't want another Resident Evil 8 situation, where I'm excited for a game and I don't play it because I'm too worried about making sure that it's ready for my channel. So, Astral Chain would have been the platinum game that I would have played. Spider-Man, Insomniac Spider-Man. Here's the thing about Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man's villains. I like Spider-Man. But not that much. In fact, when it comes to superheroes, I like them. I love the movies. But I haven't really been into the games, with one exception, and that is Injustice, because I was making fun of it rather than just playing it. 3 episodes. I know, just 3 episodes of Injustice. But much like Three Houses, I had such a fun time editing those games. Oh, God. Batman the Brony. And let me summon my pet goldfish. Oh, that doesn't sound so... I thought you said he was a goldfish. His name is Goldfish. Oh, my God. Classic Kagato right there. Oh, man. See, when I play a game and I do it on a stream, I do it without a lot of the jokes that I really want to make, because sometimes a lot of jokes come to me after I've played it and thought about it for a little bit, which is why I want to stream, but I also want to continue to do pre-recorded edited stuff, because in my opinion, most of the time, my pre-recorded edited stuff is funnier than what I do on stream. His name is Goldfish. What the fuck? What? I stopped playing that. Oh, I bet you anything was Persona. I bet you anything was Persona's fault. And again, nothing wrong with Persona, but I'm almost certain that it was either Burnout. It was either Burnout, or people were like, we want more Persona. We don't want this Injustice. We want more Persona. And it's funny because as time goes on and the Persona ends, people are then going back to that stuff. It's like, why didn't you finish that? That was so funny. Maybe watch it when it first comes out. Devil May Cry. I'm not a Devil May Cry fan. But again, people really want me to play it. They can vote on it, and I will play it. Again, I will play games that are... The Witch's House is the only game I will not play, period.
Christ, that was 8 years ago.
Yeah, it was 8 years ago. Injustice, 8 years ago.
Jesus.
Holy crap. I am old.
You got into it like 3 parts in, and then
Yeah,
stopped.
3 parts in. And the first episode was 4K viewers. Second episode was 2.2. Part 3 was 3.8. And it makes sense. And oh my God, I had the fucking Green Lantern arguing with his ring by recording my voice and editing it in a way that sounds almost exactly like the Ring, and they were having an argument with each other as if they were a goddamn couple. The things that I come up with in this silly brain of mine. But DC, look, I was more of a DC child than a Marvel child. And that's funny because I fucking love the Marvel movies, at least up until recently. I watched up until Endgame, and then I'm just kind of like, eh. But I was very much more like the Batman, Green Lantern, Superman kind of guy. Oh, man. Grand Theft Auto 3? I'm not really a Grand Theft Auto guy. I played a little bit of it. Honestly, I'm more of a Saints Row fan. You're like, Grand Theft Auto? Play the Grand Theft Auto. I'm more like, nope, Saints Row. I like the silliness of saying, my God, is that a fucking cockroach? What the fuck is that? I got distracted by somebody's fucking meme post. Oh, that's horrible. A giant cockroach plushie just attached to this dude. He wakes up to see a cockroach in his face, but it's just a plushie. Anyway, yes. Am I gonna play any of the games by Grasshopper Manufacturer, like No More Heroes or Killers as No More Heroes? A lot of people have requested. I've not played No More Heroes, so if people want me to play it, I will. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Let's see. Hey Kagato, what about Okami? I didn't play Okami, so I really don't have any comment on that. It's funny. I've played so many games in my life, and the play Okami with me. I play Okami with the. Okay, I'll play the Okami with you. Oh yeah, Saints Row. Sorry about Saints Row. Yeah, it was the Saints Row guy, not the Grand Theft Auto guy. Mainly because I like the silliness of Saints Row. And then they fucked it up with 4. But I heard they're trying to make a comeback, so. Let's see. Will we see anything like Raging at Lawyers again? Maybe. I was hoping that Phoenix Wright was going to be in Smash so I could bring it back. But no. No. But at least we got Sora. So you know what? That's fine. That's a nice consolation prize that between the character that I most wanted and the character that Akeem most wanted, that Sora got in. And in a way, it felt like a nice little cap on the whole Smash thing. Like a little bit of that Disney magic just punched into that in Smash Bros. Well. Let's see. But would I like to do anything like Raging at Lawyers again? Sure, I certainly would love to. But here's the thing. Most of the fighting games that I play don't allow for a Raging at Lawyers experience. There's Power Rangers, but it is kind of a lesser known game and lesser played game. I played it. You guys have seen me play it with the guys on Discord, but I can't really have a Raging at Rangers or anything like that. Raging at Zed. And there aren't any real fighting games out right now that I really have my eye on that I desperately want to play. Smash is the only one that I consider to do any kind of raging at anything. Raging at Reptiles, Bowser and King K. Rool. But everybody that I would play with online would be silent. There is no voice chat. There is no mail system. So raging would not happen, which is a shame because I'm sure that there would be a lot of rage in Smash. But I can't do it. Raging at Reptiles is not a thing that's going to happen. But either way, let's see. Oh yeah, Michael. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did mention that I made Batman into a total brony. The Otherworld's Batman. Let's see. Not even Red Dead. I thought I talked about Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, I played it. I enjoyed it. I really did like Red Dead Redemption. How did me and Bun meet? Well, she joined my Discord. We started talking, and we started growing into a relationship, and then one thing led to another, and we started dating. So there we go. There's a lot more to the story, but a lot of that private. So let's see. Any interest in Quantum Dream games like Detroit Become Human? I did play Detroit Become Human for a while, and then I stopped. I forgot why. I once again forgot why. Heavy Rain, didn't play that. Telltale Games, Borderlands or The Wolf Among Us? Borderlands, I don't think so. Wolf Among Us or Telltale's The Walking Dead, maybe. I kind of like those kind of games. I don't know why I didn't play them, but those story-heavy, choose-your-own-adventure kind of things are kind of interesting to me, but I just didn't get into them for whatever reason. But I am interested. I am actually interested in them. Let's see. Before I get going for the night, I was wondering, outside of being a Marvel vs. Capcom fan, is there any other fighting game franchises that you tried, liked, or wanted to do more with friends? Yes! Other than Marvel vs. Capcom. Other than Smash. When it comes to fighting games, I like Soul Calibur a lot, but I have come to find out that I suck at Soul Calibur. And when I say I suck at Soul Calibur, I mean like I thought I was good, and then a good friend of mine came in and absolutely kicked everyone's ass. And every time we played, he always showed up and continued to kick our ass. It was such a power and skill difference that it actually caused us to not want to play the game anymore. There's one thing when there's just somebody that's better than you and always wins, but at least you put it like some decent damage in. And then there's you don't land a hit ever. So as much as I enjoyed Soul Calibur, played Soul Calibur 6 and such, I just mostly did it to enjoy the robust character creation and creating my slew of kitty pirates. Now, Tekken. I like Tekken, and you're probably wondering, well, Tekken? But that's basically just Soul Calibur, but without the weapons. And yes, it is made by the same company, but they are not the same kind of game. They have similar-ish fighting systems, but when I say similar-ish, I mean like vaguely similar. It's like saying that a donut and a bagel are the same thing. They look the same, but they are not the same. So I liked Tekken a lot more than I liked Soul Calibur, because Soul Calibur was a lot more like a chess game, where you had to attack and dodge and guard in certain ways, and parry in certain ways to deal damage. And then there were some combos, but Tekken is where actual combos came in, where you were knock somebody up and juggle them around. So I really do like Tekken, and me living in Georgia, it's almost a requirement. If you like fighting games, you have to like Tekken in Georgia. Like Georgia is Tekken Central. But I also really like Street Fighter. That said, I skipped Street Fighter V because I really didn't like the on-disc DLC things, and I know it got a lot better. They got a lot of characters and still going strong, and I love the updated looks to a lot of the characters. Sakura especially looked really cute, but I also didn't like the fact that they fucking nerfed Yuri, who was my secondary in 4. Thank God Chun-Li is still a thing. So I really like Street Fighter, but I think I was right to skip 5 and wait until 6, and hopefully they make 6 a more complete package upon release, rather than making it almost like a live service game. I'm not a huge Mortal Kombat fan. I played a little bit of it growing up, and was mildly interested in it. But fighting games were not really a huge thing with me until I got older and went to college and played more fighting games with people, and that's what really got me into fighting games. But it's essentially Marvel vs. Capcom, Smash, Street Fighter, King of Fighters I was kind of interested in, Dead or Alive I was kind of interested in, Tekken I really loved, of course, but Mortal Kombat, nah. Injustice I tried to really get into, but it didn't take off as well as I'd hoped in my area. I played the first Persona fighting game. I enjoyed it, but there was nobody to play with except one other guy. And once we had matches for about a day, we were like, okay, we're done. So it is what it is. So we will see, but right now it's basically the only fighting game I'm truly looking forward to at this moment is Street Fighter 6. And that hasn't even been announced yet. So let's see now. Shin Megami Nocturne. So much raids. Raids? So much raids. So much rage. Yes. That is a game that I definitely should play. So do not worry. It should be played definitely on this channel. Am I going to play River City Girls with Bun? Probably not. Unless she shows an interest in it, but she has never once brought it up. League of Legends? No. No League of Legends. No. Omni Dragon, thank you so much. Hey, Kagato, any Star Wars games that you want to let's play or play any of the Lego games? I don't think there's anything Lego related that I was really interested in. They never really grabbed my attention too much. I felt that they were just very simple beat 'em up, exploring, collectathon type games. As far as Star Wars games, if I can get in a cockpit and fly around and shoot, then maybe, but lightsaber stuff, maybe not. Maybe not. I got into the lightsabers with Jedi Academy a long time ago, but I am surprisingly one of the few who's not a big lightsaber guy when it comes to Star Wars. So I'm more of the flying around in ships and blasting enemies. That's honestly a guilty pleasure of mine, is being in a cockpit and dogfights, which is why I eventually want to play a flight simulator of some kind. Ace Combat, I really wanted to get into that, but when Ace Combat 7 came out and they said, oh, it's going to be in VR, like, this is perfect! And then they announced that the VR was only for a few select missions, and I'm just like, you fucked it up! A perfect opportunity to let the person play permanently in the cockpit in VR. No! You fucked it up! So, Legacy, there's Battlefront 2. No, I'm not supporting that. I am not supporting Battlefront 2. I am not. No. No. EA can go fuck themselves. If there's a Battlefront 3 and they change their practices, sure. But I am not going to support Battlefront 2. DBZ Fighters. I could not get into DBZ Fighters. I don't know what it was. I tried because I like DBZ, but I think it had to do with the DBZ burnout that I had. Because it's like, oh, it's a 3v3 tag game. I probably will enjoy it. I tried to enjoy it, but I just couldn't. What anime do you like to watch? I haven't really watched anime for a long time, with some bits and pieces here and there. I watched Inuyasha fully just recently with Bun, and had a great time with that, because it was not only an anime of my childhood, but it was an anime that I never finished, and it was a big favorite of hers, so we watched that. Skipping some filler and other bullshit, but for the most part, we watched the whole series, and it was a great time. We watched My Hero Academia for a while, but now she's watching that with her friends, so I'm going to wait a little while until she's ready to watch it with me.
We'll watch it soon.
We'll watch it soonish. I watched One Piece for a long time, and then it just kept on going. And going. And going. And going. And going. So I got out of One Piece. I love One Piece, and I want to see how it ends, but it reached to a point where I no longer cared about which villain that they were fighting and what. I just want to see how it ends now. That's it.
If it ever ends.
If it ever ends in 9 to 10 years. Other than that, no. There's a lot of classics that I used to watch a ton of. Other than Dragon Ball Z, there's Tenchi Muyo. Of course, Tenchi Muyo. Where do you think I got my online and gamer tag from? Kagato was the Tenchi Muyo villain. Well, not the Tenchi Muyo villain. The first one. And I really love the name and I really love the character. So I took the name. So if you look up Kagato online, you either find him or you find me. So I really like that. Naruto. I watched Naruto. I watched half of Shippuden. And then I got tired of it and stopped. Bleach. I watched it up until Aizen's betrayal and a little bit after that. And then I got tired and quit. So there's Outlaw Star. I mean, we're talking like the classics here. Those are the ones I watched a lot of. Nowadays, I don't watch anime. Not because that I don't like anime. I just don't have a lot of time. Or nobody that's like, hey, let's watch this together. I think you would really like this. So if I'm going to watch an anime, it's likely going to be watching with somebody, because I have such a backlog of video games to play that I'm probably going to reach for a game than I would be trying to pull up an anime.
You'd probably watch it for like date night or something.
Yeah, it would be like if I watch an anime again, it's going to be like a date night where Bun and I decide, you know what? Hey, let's watch an anime. All right, let's pick one. And then we watch it. I still want to introduce her to Escaflowne. And that's another classic anime that I like. And I figured if she liked Inuyasha, she'd like Escaflowne. But that's what we'll see. Anyway, have you heard of the anime Abenobashi Shot? No. I have not. I have no idea what that is. And if it's an anime called Abenobashi Shopping Arcade, I bet it has something to do with like World War II or something. Because it seems like animes have titles that have absolutely nothing to do with their subject matter, unless it's like one of those isekai type of animes where it's like those have like bizarre names. It's like, I think one of them was actually called like I did nothing but battle slimes and now I'm level 100 or something. Like somebody actually named an anime that way. And it is what it's named. The premise is this character did nothing but fight slimes and now 100. So, I mean, it's a comedy. Okay. I know. I've just seen too many animes back in my day. Oh my God, I am old. Back in my day, animes didn't really have much to do with the titles. They would see something like, I don't know, it'd be like a Grave of the, I just reminded myself and I'm sad again. I was about to mention Grave of the Fireflies. It's like, oh, Grave of the Fireflies. It seems kind of interesting and deep. Oh, you have no idea. Also, Bible Black. Has nothing to do with the name. Do you like hentai? Moving on. Let's see. Did the D&D stuff I sent you any help? Kind of. I have looked at them and considered them, the Monster Hunter stuff especially. Rising of the Shield Hero makes sense. I did hear about that, and you know what? I do like the influx of fantasy world animes that is not Sword Art Online. I do like that there's a lot, and I mean a lot of fantasy world anime, because I loved Slayers when I was growing up. I love Slayers. I'm like, man, oh man, I would absolutely love to watch something like this, but they were so rare, a dime a dozen. I think if I were to go back and start watching any animes right now, I would go and see all of those fantasy world animes, sword and sorcery shows. That is not called Sword Art Online, because fuck that shit. I have heard so much bullshit and even watched videos on breaking down Sword Art Online, and I'm just watching it with an eyebrow raised and a mouth agape like, are you fucking kidding me? Kenichi, World's Mightiest Disciple. Yes, I did watch that. And I was interested in it. But I like the concept where he's fighting his own battles, but I felt like everybody was a martial arts master, and that was so much better than him. And it's just like, everybody was. And when I mean everybody, everyone. It's like a stranger walking down the street. Oh, they know martial arts, and they'll also kick your ass. The main character was quite literally written as the one guy who did not know extreme level martial arts. And I think that actually pissed me off, because it's just like, he's supposed to be the main character. Yeah, we're supposed to watch him grow and evolve, but it's like, everyone is better than him. Both of his childhood friends were better than him. The girl he had a crush on was better than him. The guy that was like the nerdy little the guy that ended up turning into the main villain on the first arc was better than him. And it didn't really show why he was better than him. Maybe it did. I don't remember. But I remember that pissing me off so much. It's like, how the hell is our main character so weak compared to everybody else in the world, and he's supposed to be called the best disciple? Random guy walking down the street, look at him, a bus explodes because of martial arts. Oh my God, that show was addicting to watch just to see what happened. But my God, the premise looking back on it was bullshit. Let this dude have a win. Please let him have a win. Please let him have a win. Whatever happened to the hero actually getting a 1-up on the villain halfway through, making the villain turn tail and run, and then have them get something to come back and come back stronger? I like that. I like I like a tug of war. When it comes to heroes and villains, I like a tug of war. I don't like, I am so massively powerful and I will always win. Well, I'm ridiculously weak, but I will eventually beat you. And then they win for they are like the final battle is there and they are still completely outclassed, but they win because of one move. Like, imagine the Broly movie, the bullshit punch or the Toei punch. You know, Broly is so fucking impossible to beat, and then he gets the power of his dying friends. One punch! Done. I hate that so much. I hate that trope. I hate it so much. I hate the you trained so much, but you're still not good enough, but you win because of a bullshit thing. I hate that trope. Anyway, I'm focused on that too much. Have you heard of the Darksider series? I have heard of it, yes. Where you've played as one of the... Yes, I have heard of it. I've not played it, but I have heard of it. Anyway, I think he actually did have some wins. It's been a while. I just can remember why that show pissed me off. That's just... let's see. Also, Undertale Deltarune. Okay. I don't know why I decided not to do Undertale. I have no fucking clue what was in my head. I think it was another one of those do Persona first things, and then as soon as I was done, the Undertale ship kind of sailed. So Deltarune, I know, is still in everybody's minds since the second episode came out, so maybe. Undertale, I'm gonna be honest, unless I do it with Bun as a date night or I get a massive vote for it, I probably won't play it, and the only reason being is because I feel like the ship has sailed. I think I did not strike when the iron was hot. The iron is past cold now, like so cold that most people that I know that played, role-played a lot of Elseworlds Undertale have stopped doing that. So it's just basically like, it's all Deltarune now. So maybe Deltarune because it is still technically fresh and there's more episodes to come. So we'll see.
Yeah, and you can play Deltarune without having to play Undertale.
Perfect. Perfect. Oh, hit the mic.
Their own universes. Don't let anyone confuse you and say, oh, Deltarune is just Undertale too. No, it's not. It's not.
On today's episode of Game Theory.
Pissed off at it, but he did that. He's already fucked over Undertale.
He has not compared Deltarune to Undertale. I don't think he's stopped. He has? Oh boy, I missed that episode.
He called it Undertale too.
I missed that episode. I must have missed that episode.
No, Toby Fox literally said himself, this is not Undertale 2, guys. It is its own separate thing. Shut the fuck up.
Oh man, don't get me wrong, I love watching the theory channels, but some of those theories are really stupid, but I watch them for the entertainment value, and that's why I'm still subscribed to his channels, because they're just fun to watch sometimes. Ever heard of Robotech? That was my first anime. I've heard of it, not watched it, but I've heard of it. Omni Dragon, if you want to know what happened in One Piece, Luffy fighting a giant duck dragon fish god, Sanji fighting a dinosaur snake, and Zoro fighting an edgy pterodon. Okay. So basically CP9 all over again. Great! Alright. What do we got here? What do we got? Bacon? Bacon. Bacon's delicious. I love bacon. You like bacon? She likes bacon.
Not bacon flavored things.
Not bacon flavored things, but just pure bacon.
Or sweet things with bacon in it.
Sweet things. Oh yeah, that's an acquired taste. Let's see. Are you going to play the Wolfenstein series, specifically New Order onwards? If it's voted for, it's not something specifically on my list of stuff. Tell you what. I think let me kind of help you guys out really quick. Here are the type of games that I would likely choose to play on my own, if not for unless a vote happens. JRPGs, horror games, some mascot games like Mario and the like, maybe a handful of quirky games, but mostly JRPGs, open world games, especially like Skyrim, Fallout, multiplayer party games, fighting games, things like that. Those are the ones I would probably play on my own. And the ones that I would hope that people would vote more for, but I understand that there's a lot of people that want me to branch out into other games, but you guys got to tell me, and a lot of you have got to vote on it, because if it's just one or two people that want me to play Grand Theft Auto, and then everyone else is like, play Persona 2, and I'm probably gonna play Persona 2. Let's see. Are you gonna play Wolf? Oh yeah, I just read that one. Let's see. FNAF. Okay, I got a bit of FNAF burnout a while ago, but I am super excited for Security Breach. I do want to play the VR game as well. Eventually, I was excited for that one, but I think I still had a little bit of that FNAF burnout. So even though I bought it and was excited, I still skipped it. But Security Breach, yes. I think that was the breath of fresh air I was waiting for. So yeah, I will be playing Security Breach 110%. And I think that comes out soon, very soon actually. Let's see. One question, other than Bun, any chances you let mods voice or join in on other games? Well, yeah, I mean, of course, you guys have seen me do that before. But it's mostly Bun because she's my girlfriend. she kind of gets first dibs. But yeah, totally. I would definitely have some others. I invited Skylar to play Rampage with me because he's so into kaijus. So it'd just be like a one-off, just playing Rampage. Because I played Rampage a lot in arcades growing up. But since he's like a big old kaiju fan, I figured, yeah, let's play that. Destro and some others. We were thinking about playing the Turtles games, the beat 'em ups. But hell, if you guys really want me to play Dark Souls, I would bring Destro on in a heartbeat for that. I played Resident Evil 5 with Naos. Again, you guys, I played the entirety of Resident Evil 5 co-op with Naos on his channel, Naos the Red Jewel. It is funny. It is fucking funny. So please give his channel a look at, watch some of his stuff if you want, but at the very least, check out our Let's Play of that. It is funny. And you know what? If there's anything going to take away from it, it's that it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what you identify as. It doesn't matter your race, religion, your sex, your gender, your political stance, or anything. You have the right, the privilege, and honor to be given an uppercut by Chris Redfield. Brings a tear to my heart. No!
Tickle you. Tickle you.
No! Have I heard of the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle? Yes, I have. I own it. Ow, 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 ow. Have you heard of Sleeping Dogs? I have not played it. Wow, a lot of people are bringing up Sleeping Dogs. Yeah, I've heard of Sleeping Dogs, but I have not played it. I think it was like a Yakuza type of game, but I've not played it. Have I heard of Ruby? Yes, Rooster Teeth's Ruby. I am familiar with it. Very, very familiar with it. I have not watched it, but I am familiar. You'd be surprised that I am actually aware of a lot of stuff. I might not have played. Are we back?
I think we're okay.
Are we okay?
Are we okay?
The kiss broke the stream. Our kiss broke the stream.
Okay, I think.
Oh no!
I think we're okay. I think
we're
we're
fine.
still live. We're still live.
Okay, we're still live. Excellent.
We're
Okay.
still live.
Yeah, Bun is watching the stream on her end to make sure that my stream isn't dead. So, yes, I've heard of Ruby, and yes, we are cute together, and I just gave her a big kiss that broke the stream. So, yay! And my hair is all over the place right now. Yeah.
You're kind of, yeah, there.
Nothing. I'm just like, we're good. It's just that your hand just came over and man. Hell, the closest thing to an anime I've watched recently is Hell of a Boss. That might as well be an anime. Such good animation. Good show, good show. Watch Hell of a Boss.
We're probably gonna get Hazbin Hotel.
I'm excited for Hazbin Hotel. Oh man. So, all right. Since there's not a lot going on, let me scroll up here. Let's see. Have you heard of Sleeping Dogs? Oh my God, yes! To me, it's a love letter to old school Hong Kong cop movies like Rush Hour to Hard Target. All right. Let me see. I probably missed a few here. Ruby, yeah. Have you played God of War 2018? I have not. I am not a God of War fan. Although, the 2018 game is the closest God of War I have been interested in. Still didn't play it. Which girl from Kingdom Hearts do you think Bun is like? I'm going to say Aqua. And the reason being is that while Kairi is cute and adorable, Bun is cute and adorable while also having a very aggressive and competitive side sometimes. Like, she would probably kick your ass if you pissed her off. So, yeah, I would say Aqua. What do you think?
I think so.
Think you're more of an Aqua than a Kairi?
I think it might be reconnecting again.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no!
Yeah, I don't see... Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, it's back.
We're good?
We're good.
Everything's
we're
fine?
Good. We're good.
Okay. So, yeah, I see Bun as more of an Aqua. Although, technically, if we're comparing her to all girls that appeared in Kingdom Hearts, she's more Rapunzel.
Yes.
Like 110% Rapunzel. Like, if not for Bun, I wouldn't really have the appreciation for Tangled or Rapunzel that I do, that I have now. Because before, Belle was my favorite Disney princess because she wouldn't take any shit from anybody. And seeing her just at least elbow a guy in Kingdom Hearts 2, it's like, all right, yeah, she's taking some charge here. No, Rapunzel will fucking kick your ass with a frying pan. I don't care if you got a sword, she will beat your ass.
Oh.
And she'll laugh and have fun while doing it. What happened? Did something break?
Oh,
Did it break again?
Oh, no. You're good.
Okay, we're good. Okay. Let's see. Red versus Blue. I'm aware of it. Did you know Sylvester Stallone is doing a recut of Rocky 4 with 40 minutes of unseen footage from what I've seen? Huh. I wonder why. Why this long? Andrew Storm, I know that your D&D session is full, but any chance you're taking people to voice for NPC characters? No, because when it comes to voicing anything in D&D, you can only really have the Dungeon Master because only the Dungeon Master knows what that NPC should say. Imagine, if you will, that I ask you to voice an NPC and then one of the players asks you a question. How do you answer the question if you don't know the rest of the story? So that is essentially what happened. Hold on, I gotta see the deleted message.
No.
I am, yeah. Oh.
We're gonna continue on.
We are gonna continue on. Fuck that question. Not the one I was just answering, but the one that we just had to mute for. Yeah, fuck that question. Let's see. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. What's your top 5 video game waifus? I would answer that if I wasn't already considering a top 10 for Valentine's Day. So you'll just have to wait and see. But I pretty much already answered who's number 2, and you already know who number 1 is. And we're talking about not real people, okay? We're not talking about Bun is top, okay? Just putting that out there. She is top of the top. But if we're talking about video games and anime only, then you pretty much already know who's 1 and 2 at this point. But the rest, that should be interesting. Omni Dragon. One thing, have you seen or heard Nico B of Council of Voices? If you want to know, one guy voiced all the characters, including the girls just asking. What? One thing, comma, have you seen or heard, heard Nico B of Council of Voices? If want to know. No, I've not heard of it. One guy voices all the characters, including the girls just asking. Yep, not heard of it. Not heard of it. Again, I know of Nico B. I've seen some of his stuff, but I do not know of this particular thing. Let me see. Did you know that the current season of Power Rangers brought back Lord Zed and he didn't die after a couple of episodes? Holy shit, they brought back Zed and he wasn't a throwaway? He better be fucking badass. Like, he better have shown up and... Wait a minute. No, that doesn't make any sense. Didn't one of the actual series... like Zordon died and his death.
Nice one, Chase.
Chase Williams just want to top you up. Oh my god, fucking hell. Chase!
We got you to 1,000.
Oh my god.
That's what he means.
Thank you so much, Chase. Thank you so much. What was it saying? Oh yeah, Zed. Yeah. I remember that there was the episode where he basically Zordon died and his death made a big blast that cleansed a lot of the villains, and Zed and Rita they turned human and they turned good. So I don't know how the fuck Zed's back, but I don't care. However they wrote it, if they were like just retconning it or ignoring that it even existed, fine. Get Zed in there to fuck some shit, some Rangers up. Fuck some Rangers. Power Ranger hentai. Let's see. Favorite type of music? Personally, I'm a rocker. I listen to rock as well. 80s rock. But here's the cold hard truth of the music that I listen to. I listen to video game remixes. Pretty much. Nearly exclusively. When I'm driving on my own, I basically pull up YouTube, and unless I'm listening to like a podcast or something, I'm just like, I feel like listening to this song today. And 7 times out of 10, it's a Bowser remix. But I listen to a lot of songs to kind of put me in a certain kind of mood, or to help me think about things, or just to be hyped up. But a lot of it is either a video game soundtrack or a remix of songs, or songs of a game that I'm currently playing, things like that. That's what I mostly do. But if I was just going to turn on the radio and play something on the radio, my first instinct would be to go to 70s, 80s hair rock bands. So, yeah, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, that kind of stuff. 59 Master Dragon. All right, I'll be heading off to bed, but final question. I know you enjoy Final Fantasy 14 a lot, but what are your thoughts about lore-heavy games? They're great. I like lore-heavy games, as long as the lore is easily accessible. If lore-heavy games shove their lore on a website and you have to actively go out of your way, or if they're like in hidden tomes that's on a table over here, or on the bookshelf that you must go and read. No, I like games with good lore that presents it to you by telling a story. I want to be told the story. I don't want to look for the story, if you know what I mean. So Eric Hackney, yep, Bun is above all, even Kagato. Only when she's on top. She's giving me that look. About Power Rangers is a younger version of said. Oh, makes sense. Okie dokie. Wait, are you considering making top 10 waifu vid for V-Day? I've been considering making top 10 videos for a long time, and I have been too lazy or stupid to make them. So, eventually, it is still a plan in progress that I have been wanting to do for probably the past 5 years. So, if Valentine's Day comes and goes, and I do not have that top 10 video made this time, then I'm going to throw up my hands and say, fuck it, and I will just share it. Destiny. Not interested in Destiny. Let me see. Have you heard of Little V Mills? Yes, I have. And Game Metal. Oh man, Game Metal is the one I listen to the most. His music style is the one I like the most. And second to that is probably Jules. Something Jules. Something Jules. I forgot, but I like his as well. Little V I really like as well. But Game Metal I love. I love to death. He has made some of my favorite remixes, especially Bowser. Hell, when he did the Mewtwo battle remix, he even took my request, including a bunch of others, but he took my request in the comments and had it on the video that asked about it. I'm like, I contributed. So yeah, I've been listening to his stuff for years. Will you be streaming Endwalker? I did mention that before that I don't know. I might. I'd be interested in it, but a lot of people will have no fucking idea who anyone is or what is going on, and that is the problem of streaming Endwalker when it comes out. But I might as well. I'll be playing it anyway, and I'll just leave it up to others. Be like, who dat? What going on? What is that? Who is that? Why is that? Why they go to Moon? Why does that guy have a big old mole on his forehead? Why cat girls? Can you lewd the cat girls? Please lewd the cat girls. No! Stop it! Anyway, Family Jewels. That's it. Thank you. Family Jewels. Let's see. So about video games, what are your favorite songs? Persona 3 to Persona 5 Strikers? Is it cheating to say all of them? But I really liked Rivers in the Desert for Persona 5. I really liked the remix version of it in Strikers. In fact, Strikers probably had the best overall soundtrack. I love the remixed songs from Persona 5. Like pretty much all of them, all the remix songs. Oh God, they were so good. Persona 4, The Almighty. I like a lot of the Persona 4 songs, but The Almighty is probably the final boss music that the game should have had. The final boss music that Izanami had was garbage. Yaldi had decent final boss music. Nyx had amazing final boss music. Nyx, dude, that would not, yeah. I don't know what it is about. Why was it that Persona 3 had such an amazing final boss song, yet 4 was so absolutely underwhelmingly bland? I guess it was to make it seem like Izanami is just so big and powerful and overwhelming that you cannot win. No, The Almighty with Amano Sagiri. Amazing. Top tier final battle music. Because technically he is a final boss if you don't do the extras. If you just cut to the end, he's the final boss. And then Yaldi is fine. Yaldi's okay. Emma, I think was okay too. I don't think it was memorable enough because I really am trying to play the tune in my head and I cannot think of it at all.
I think you should save this list for once you play Persona 5 Royal.
Okay. All right. Then get back to you when I finish Royal with Bun. All right. What's a guilty pleasure?
Which we will be recording tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Finally.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be recording that tomorrow night. So I will have to spend tonight to make sure I get everything set up. And since we're not gonna be on camera, we don't need to worry about any extra special setup. It's basically just the mic right here and us sitting. So I think we'll be fine. We can just play it. Okay, good. All right. So what was it I was thinking I was about to answer?
Okay, can I just say this? I have literally been playing Royal for Kagato. Like, I played Royal for Kagato so that he could play New Game Plus without having to worry about stats and all that. And I spent an entire year on that game and spent 104 hours on it. So yeah, I'm very excited for this.
Persona 5 rolls canceled.
No.
I got attacked. I got attacked. You dork. Okay, there was like a lot. Oh my god, there was a lot of good questions that I'm missing over. But first, because of the super chat Naraku. So if I were to say that I was developing a Persona style D&D 5e game, would you and Bun be interested? Could take years, to be honest. If it's gonna take years, maybe, but I don't know. And I mean, years? We will see. Guilty pleasure game. It was in there fucking somewhere, and I'm sorry whoever asked guilty pleasure game, but guilty pleasure game. Guilty pleasure is something that you take pleasure in but also feel guilty for.
Yeah, that's kind of the name of it.
I know, but I'm saying it out loud to kind of put in my head, is there any game that I play that I actually enjoy that I shouldn't enjoy? Because, I mean, I have some games on Steam that I got that I don't really play or enjoyed, so they're not guilty pleasures. A lot of these games over here, I've either played them and they're not really guilty pleasures because they're popular, or for one thing or another, or I've not played them. Guilty pleasure game? Shit, I'm sure there is one. I'm sure there is one. I literally cannot think of one. I cannot think of one. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm sure that there is one. There's gotta be one. I just don't know what it is. My brain is like, duh, you play Personas. Duh. I guess the guiltiest pleasure games that I play are any of the waifu bait games that I play, but that's basically it. Persona, Fire Emblem. Oh well.
I think people were expecting you to say Honey Pop.
No, I haven't played Honey Pop. I don't know what is the deal with Honey Pop? Is it because it's a hentai game?
It's a hentai game.
A popular hentai game? Anyway.
It's literally that's it. That's
all
what
right.
It is. There's nothing, there's no like secret like character development behind it. It's just it's hot girls.
If I want that, I'll just play all the other games that I want.
I thought you were gonna say you were gonna play me.
We're talking about virtual girls. Oh my god. Sonic 06 is your guilty pleasure? Awesome. Not mine. Fuck that game. Eric Hackney, Persona 3, Living with Determination, Persona 4, Trauma Ray, Persona 5, With the Stars and Us, Piano, Persona 5 Strikers Towards a Dream piano are all beautiful piano pieces. There are better hentai games out there. Oh yes, let's talk about the hentai games for a moment, where Steam is just full of nothing but, oh my god, when I am looking for new VR games to play and experience, do you know what I see on my Steam list for new games that are being experienced? I see Hentai Dancer Simulator VR 7. These assholes are creating fucking VR games with just a couple of naked anime women dancing to some J-pop bullshit and charging $19.99 for it. And I'm just like, this is so popular, you made 7 of them. I'm exaggerating, but not really. I want some VR games that are true good VR experiences for the type of games that I like to play. Why am I constantly seeing VR hentai games on Steam? That must be where the money is, I guess. Of course, sex sells. Let's see. Dear Lord, do. Let's see. Take a look back. When was the last time you took a drink of water? Today. Yay! You calling me thirsty, woman? I mean, you're not wrong, but...
I mean, because you're gonna go work out.
Oh, that's true. We're going to the gym tomorrow. I thought she was calling me thirsty because I totally am.
Take things that I say out of context.
Because you and I both have brains that have taken up permanent residence in the gutter. She has not said anything to refute such a claim. So, anyway. Let's see. What a boss you were terrified to face, like you look at and think, what the hell is that question? What a boss you were terrified to face, like you look at and think, oh shit. Are you asking what boss did I look at and get terrified?
And make you say, oh shit.
And make me say, oh, I can't think of one right now. Again, much like the guilty pleasure, I'm sure there are plenty, but I think it's because it's happened so much that I can't think of a single one time. Let's see. Any games you had low expectations for and ended up liking? Trails of Cold Steel. Trails of Cold Steel. You want to talk about low expectation going in and coming out like, oh shit, this is one of my most favorite JRPGs ever fucking made? Trails of Cold Steel. 1 through 4. There's goddamn 4 of them with a 5th one coming out. All with the same goddamn group of characters because it's all one big ass game. All as part of this fucking massive world where there's other series that take parts in different parts of this entire fucking planet that are happening at the exact same time as these other games. You want to talk about world building? Fuck! They all come together in the later games, so you have an entire cast of playable characters that's like 40 fucking characters, all with their own weapons and skills and personality. God damn! And it's got fucking social links and waifu bait in it. You want to talk about a game that fucking blows away expectations? This is a game that has such a goddamn deep history and lore and world building, while at the same time of having playable characters that check off every single anime trope you can think of, and girls have breasts the size of watermelons. What the fuck is this game? I love it. And I cannot wait to eventually play it, because seriously, I describe it like it's a bunch of junk food. No, it's like the most high-class fucking junk food. It's not carnival junk food, no. You go to fucking New York to a 5-star restaurant and you order the fucking ice cream. It is that type of junk food. Oh, man. Trails of Cold Steel. If you like JRPGs, you better fucking play those games. Oh, man. And if you want to start off somewhere, Trails in the Sky, Trails of something. Much like Tales of something, these are Trails of something. Anyway. What about the Naruto games and One Piece games? Look, I played one Naruto game, and I think it was like Ninja Storm. Not interested. One Piece, I liked the Unlimited World games, the adventuring games and such. I think those were really fun, especially since they brought back other villains as bosses in a unique way, where it's not like you're just redoing the story. It's like that they're dreams made real, or seeds planted that grow into them because the big bad had that power. It was kind of neat to be able to bring them back. But the big bad was always unique. The stories were unique stories from the anime. So I like the Unlimited Cruise and Unlimited World games. Let's see. Let's Would I play Subnautica? If there's enough votes for it, I personally probably wouldn't put that on my personal list. But if enough people want me to play it, then sure. Let's see. I also personally believe Family Jewel's Willpower is my favorite cover of it. Yes, I liked it too. I used it. If you remember, I used it when I was up against the Shadow Takaseis. In fact, you'll notice that when I played some of those bosses, I used either a remix of Willpower, or I actually inserted Blooming Villain, because I felt like that they deserved that kind of music because of how vile that they were. They were like at the same tier level as the main villains of the game. And I thought that it was kind of like an injustice to not give them those music. That music. I like to do things like that to change the music to fit the mood a little bit better. Like, for example, I have not played Kingdom Hearts 3's Pirate World. I know the boss music that plays for Davy Jones, and I really wish that it was the same song that played for the wolf. God damn it. Shadow Hans, who turned into the wolf, and God damn it. Well, it was played for, I think it was for, yeah, it was Mother Gothel. Yeah, it was Shadow Gothel. That was the first time it was played. Yeah. So Shadow Gothel and Shadow Hans. That song, I wish that was fucking played for Davy Jones. But no, it was something else. But either way, but I'd like to mod and edit to make my experience that much more climactic, because I really like cinematic fights and cinematic finales, especially as long as the gameplay is also good. If it's cinematic because it's just a bunch of cutscenes and just pressing buttons and quick time events, then fuck it. But if it's like real fighting and then the occasional cinematic thing and then the cinematic music and the whole spectacle, fuck yes. I think that's probably why I really like a lot of the bosses in Final Fantasy 14. Because, man, those are spectacles, I tell you. God damn, I'm just remembering when I fought Hades. Holy god damn. Not Kingdom Hearts Hades, Final Fantasy 14 Hades. Jesus, and Nidhogg? Oh, man. Oh, man, fucking Nidhogg, man. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Who knew a fucking dragon would be that epic? Anyway, what about Code Vein? It exists. I don't really have much of an idea towards it. I know that it's like an anime style Souls game that you can create a character. That's about as much as I know. Let's see. Ever got into roguelikes such as Hades or Binding of Isaac? No, I never really got into roguelikes myself. I don't think I've even played a roguelike game. Let's see. What's your favorite genre of movie? Action adventure. I'm combining the two because I believe you can't have good action without some adventure, and I believe you can't have some good adventure without action. If you have pure action, then it's just like loud noises and gun firing, unless it's done really, really fun, like the Expendables. or the classic 80s action movies, fuck yeah. But some of the more modern stuff, thrillers are good too. Some horrors are good. I like the Conjuring movies, anything with really good storytelling. And Bud and I have started to watch Friday the 13th movies, and man, we're having some fun watching some of those and making fun of them, because we bonded over Friday the 13th. So we decided, hey, let's watch some of the movies, and we're kind of comparing them, comparing how the characters the influence was taken from the movie characters, put them into the game. It's just like, wow. Man, we gotta play Friday the 13th again. God damn, we gotta play Friday the 13th again. Eric Hackney. Yeah, my insertion of yin and yang in Persona 4 Golden was great. This was before I learned of a way of how to completely reduce the background music of Persona 4 Golden. And I couldn't technically at the time, but now that's on PC, I'm able to, or mod it in. So I had to actually record the entire thing, remove the entire sound of that entire fight, put it on Audacity, and edit it in a way where it reduced the music. And thankfully, New World Fool is so quiet that it allowed it to be compressed with the voices to still be loud enough. And if I cranked up yin and yang loud enough, you wouldn't hear that a New World Fool was even there unless you were looking for it. And thankfully, I was able to achieve that. I didn't get anybody commenting like, I can hear a New World Fool back there. But I thought that that was fucking needed for that fight. A New World Fool made sense for Namatame, but I did not think it worked great for Adachi for Golden. Maybe for Vanilla, but then Yin and Yang came out with all those updates. You better believe Yin and Yang makes better sense for Adachi. And my God, if I ever get back to Persona 4 at all, I will play Golden again with mods where they actually appropriately balance the Adachi fight. Because apparently, I didn't know this, but the Adachi fight had a bug in it where he would not do certain moves, which made the fight easier. Like, he was able to instant kill people and completely point out each and every single one of your characters and hit them with their weakness one after another, knocking down everybody and then blasting them all. It was supposed to be a hard fight, but in the original game and even in Golden, that bug remained. Thankfully, modders went in there and fixed it and made Adachi a hard fight. So I'm going to have to see what they've done, because I know that there's a lot of modders that have done a lot of really cool stuff with Persona 4 Golden, but some of the things that they've been trying to do that they haven't really quite gotten to is to update the character models to look like they're Dancing All Night models, so like the fully detailed ones, or at the very least, make them look more detailed and less flat. And they look good, but unfortunately, the game is starting to show its age when comparing it up against something like Persona 5. But if I'm ever going to do Persona 4 again, it'll probably be that. You okay, hon? She's getting tired. We're almost done. It's almost 1. Besides, we got to get to bed somewhat early if we're going to make it to the gym. Yeah. So we're going to do a few more questions. I'm surprised this Q&A lasted this long. I was expecting this to be like maybe a couple hours so that people get bored, but no, we're just full on talking.
Consistently stayed at least at 50.
Nice. This was a pretty decent success.
50 or I think around like 45.
Nice.
I mean, currently there's only 39 watching right now.
Not bad. Not bad. Well, it's because it's getting late. It's because it's getting late. Let's see. Which house interested in Fire Emblem 3 houses? Golden Deer. I will be doing Golden Deer. What's your opinion on games that actively recognize and figuratively rape the fourth wall? Are you talking about like Doki Doki Literature Club? Because yes, to answer your question, yes. I just had bad memories of that game because I remember when I was recording that, and I won't spoil it, but there was the scene that happens right before apparently the game starts doing all of its fuck-uppery, and that was the scene that hit me the hardest because it affected my favorite girl of the group and was done so in a way that terrified me, not in like a jump scare kind of way, but more on like a more natural kind of fear kind of way. It just freezing up, oh my God, that happened kind of thing. And I did not continue to play. That's why there's only 2 episodes on my channel right now, because the 3rd one had that, and I stopped. I just stopped, and I said I'd come back to it eventually, but years have gone by. The game has been re-released now on consoles, and PC is Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. So I will probably revisit it under Plus and just try it again. But that scene fucked me up. And I guess it's fine because I think that was the writers or the developers' intention. But unlike something like The Witch's House, where it's fucked up and then that's it, I understand that it's fucked up, but there are ways you fight back and then there is a good ending. That is how you do fuck up scenes. I think it was it Spielberg? I forgot. I think it was either Spielberg or Bluth, or I don't know who it was, but there was a director that said that you can put really terrifying imagery on a screen, but a child will still enjoy it if it has a happy ending. And I'm not a child, but I still believe in that quote because it means that there was a horrible moment that the main characters need to overcome, and they did it. They won, they succeeded. So it kind of makes like that horrible scene like, holy fuck, that's horrible. Now the stakes are rising and we really need to win, as opposed to, oh, that's really horrible. Sucks to be you. Game over. So, let's see. Yeah. I know that scene. That I know you all know exactly what scene I was talking about. If there was a Persona 3 remake, would you play it? Yes. If they did it the same way as Royal and Golden, then yes, I would. I definitely would. If they made it not like they did for Portable. I know Portable turned it too much into a virtual novel with dungeon crawling. I did not like that. I like the ability to run around and talk to people and do stuff like that. I know it's technically minor, and that it's just, instead of your character going up to a person and hitting the A button to talk, you're moving a cursor to do it. I guess that I should think of it that way, but I don't know. It just affects me in a weird way. Like I had to physically move my character. It's that whole silent protagonist self-insertion type of thing. Like you got to see your character to put yourself in there and feel like you're that character. I guess that's kind of why I still like silent protagonists in a lot of ways, but I also like well done protagonists in other games, or protagonists that are kind of bland, so you can still kind of insert yourselves in them a little bit, somewhat. Kind of like, again, Trails of Cold Steel. Reen Schwarzer, my God, we're talking about milquetoast dude who is so oblivious to the things going on around him, but it's still easy to do a self-insert with him. But anyway, have you seen The Lost Boys? I have not. Let's see. What's the background music I'm hearing? I just have some that 24/7 lo-fi YouTube channel playing in the background, just to have some music playing. So it wasn't just my voice droning on in the background. We're gonna probably wrapping it up here in a few minutes because it is getting late. A lot of people are starting to head on out, and we got to get ready for tomorrow morning. And Bud's starting to feel tired, so I'm gonna answer one final question. And let me go back here, and this will be the last question I'm going to answer. Wow, I'd have to go back. A lot of people are more commenting on what the things that I have been saying. I do like Indiana Jones, but I'm not going to count that question because that's basically just a quickie. So yeah, I did like the Indiana Jones, the original 3. Oh man, I need a question. Damn. I'm going to have to scroll way back. Way back, machine.
One person was asking you if you were gonna pick Haru again in Royal.
Oh, no, I'm not going to pick Haru again in Royal because I consider Royal and Vanilla with Strikers to be 2 different universes. So, Vanilla into Strikers, Joker's with Haru. Royal, Joker's going to be with Futaba. I'm picking Futaba in Royal, and it's twofold because that means that I am playing this game with my girlfriend, playing as a character who's going to be dating the girl that is most like my girlfriend. So I will be Joker and she will be Futaba. And truly, Bun is very much like Futaba with very much Haru tendencies, which is why I like both of them. And I don't really put one over top of the other. So they're basically equal for me. And since I've already dated Haru, and dating Haru again would mean absolutely nothing for Royal, because I've already done it, gotta do Futaba. So Futababa will be dating the Futababa. So anyway, with that is, well, real quick, what is your original YouTube name? This is my original YouTube name. It's always been Kagato the Final Boss. And favorite genre of anime? Fun. Best way I can really describe it, just fun. It can be fantasy, it can be sci-fi, it can be slice of life, it can be harem, it could be whatever. As long as it's fun with some comedy, maybe some action. I need to smile when I'm watching it. I need to smile and laugh, or at least make fun of it. So there we go. Buns 75% Futaba, 25% Haru. I'd say more 60-40. 60% Futaba, 40% Haru. I'd say more 60-40. Anyway, that is... Oh, no. We need to splash Makoto in there. So I would say 50% Futaba, 40% Haru, 10% Makoto. Because of fashion sense. Because she very much likes to enjoy the dressing up like a punk rock, cutie punk kind of thing. Out of all the girls, she has already expressed that Futaba, or well, Futaba too, but Makoto has the best fashion that she likes. I got her one of those. She is. She likes like Makoto wears that cropped short sleeve leather jacket and Strikers. I looked fucking high and low to find something like that. Finally found one. Got it for Bun. Dude. She looks fucking hot in it. Holy shit. She's kicking me with her foot, but I don't care. She's fucking hot. Yes. Good choice on my part. Now we just need the tight leather pants and the she's not kicking me anymore. Now she's just staring. Ah! Okay, I think we're done. All right, guys. All right. We're going to stop it here. So thank you all joining me. Thank you all for joining me for this Q&A. It was a massive success. Holy shit. If you came in late, I have several announcements at the start of this. So make sure that you go back and watch the announcements because they're big ones. And if you're still interested in more of the Q&A, then I cover a lot of stuff, answer a lot of questions. I will probably do one of these every few months just to kind of talk with you guys and see where things stand as far as the channel and everything like that. So not once a month. I think that's too often. So maybe once every 3 or 4 months, just like a quarterly check-in, as it were. So time for us to turn in for the night because we are going to be working out tomorrow morning. And then we enjoy a smoothie. But tomorrow we will be recording Persona 5 Royal at last. So here we go. It's beginning. Here we go. Here we go. Good night, everybody.